ready for some football. I don't know about you. Who else could it be but your man Lou? Yeah.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie T? Welcome to Thursday Night Football Overtime. Giants, Washington football team, NFC East family business. If these two teams say they ain't did it, then they ain't did it. But if they did, well, that's family business. And boy, was it a good one. A dandy. Hell of a football game between two desperate teams. And I talked about the team that wanted it most was going to get it. And wow, we got a hell of a ball game. Washington coming out on top 30-29 over the Giants. Tons of mistakes by the Giants. Same can be said for Washington. On both sides, teams made mistakes. But at the end of the day, the legend of Taylor Heinicke grows. As I've told you guys, hashtag TLH. The legend of Heineke grows. Watch it grow. I told you, plant the seeds and watch it grow. We watered it tonight. Everybody got to see it again for the second time, like they did against Tampa. You thought it was over when he threw the pick. I said, if they get a first down, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, they lose. Why? The legend of Heineke. TLH, baby. I'm not going to tell y'all again. TLH. Let's get to the comments, man. I know y'all are out there. I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to just get straight to the comments section tonight. Start with Pop Tart Timmy. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Pop Tart Timmy writes, was telling my little brother this guy misses one kick a game, then he misses, shaking my head. LOL. Thank you, Giants. Smash that like button. You are damn right. I've said this. Anytime you got D-Hop kicking 4 field goals in a game or more, he's going to miss one. And that's exactly what happened. Thank God for Dexter Lawrence, and thank God for the Giants being inept. And they tried to give it to us on multiple occasions. I mean, let's keep it a buck. They had too many guys on the field, and they were almost this close to giving us a 5-yard penalty. I'm glad they had to use their timeout so they couldn't ice Dustin, because we didn't need him to think any more than he already had to. So I'm glad that they gave us another opportunity, and we were able to take advantage of it. Dustin Hopkins technically didn't miss a kick tonight. Technically did not miss a kick tonight. Barrett Downing, my guy BD, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, and thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, a win's a win, but as a fan, this will have the whole fan base in the hospital stressed the hell out. Respect, Lou. Look, I told you guys this was going to be a close game. I didn't think it was going to be this close. I didn't think it was going to be 30-29. Like, I thought this was going to be a game that went back and forth and that we would have a chance to separate late. But it never came to fruition. The defense, and we got a whole discussion to have about this damn defense, because they stepped up when we needed them twice, but they were not good tonight. Again, against a bad Giants offensive line. We'll talk more about that. But again, I told you, I don't give a shit. I told you, I don't care if we win by 1. I just want it. I told you guys that 15 times last night. People kept saying we're going to blow them out. I remember my guy JP was like, we're going to blow them out. Big Money Sonny's like, hey, we're going to win by 14 if we don't. I'm donating shoes. I'm like, look, I don't think that's happening. I don't give a shit about any of that. I just want to win the game. By 1, by 21, I don't care. We got it done. I love it. Sports Fan Entertainment, my guy, what is going on? Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, Ron's plan, or was it more luck? This wasn't Ron's plan, because he didn't put Taylor Heinicke in the game. He's going to stumble into some luck here, and it's going to ultimately become Ron's plan. But if it was really Ron's plan, then Heineke would have been starting from the jump. But he wanted Ryan Fitzpatrick in there. He wanted a veteran. So technically, I can't give Ron the credit here, but it's about to be TLH time. Okay, the legend of Heineke grows, and Ron is going to benefit from number 4 balling like he did tonight. So it is still Ron's plan, but this wasn't a part of the plan. He's going to get lucky. Right place, right time. And as I've always said, opportunity plus preparation equals luck. You got to be prepared to receive luck, and you got to be in the right position at the right time. Ron, Taylor Heinicke, injury, right time. Here we go. Let's get on the ride, guys. It's about to be one hell of a roller coaster. Thank you for the super chat, Sports Fan Entertainment. Joshua Farish, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Lou, we need our defensive backfield to step up. Our corners need to stop committing penalties on 3rd and long. I couldn't agree with you more. It was a rough outing for Kendall Fuller, but he made the play at the end of the game to force the Giants to have to kick that field goal. It was not a great throw by Daniel Jones, probably one of his worst throws of the night. Doesn't matter. Even if he had made a better throw, probably going to be short of the first down by a yard, but maybe the Giants would have gone for it in that particular situation. Probably not kick the field goal, take the lead. Either way, it doesn't matter. Kendall Fuller had a rough go of it tonight. William Jackson had a penalty as well. He got beat for a touchdown. Juice might have been the best corner of the night, honestly. You know, from outhouse to penthouse. Last week, everybody wanted Juice's neck, and I told you he's a young guy. He's going to struggle a bit. That's baptism by fire in this league, especially at the cornerback position. He was money tonight, and I like William Jackson III. Yeah, he got beat. I like William Jackson III, and I think we're going to be just fine. It's more about the pass rush or lack thereof than anything else right now. Thank you for the super chat, Joshua Farish. Kevin, the PRF, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you, my guy, Kev writes. Remember back when people were saying Allen or Settle? Now Allen is the only defensive player worth the hype. He had 2 sacks tonight, man, and he was great in the run game as well. Jonathan Allen might have been the best defensive lineman on the field tonight for us. That might not be a stretch. I thought he was phenomenal. He won one-on-one matchups. He was outstanding in the run game as well. The ends haven't stepped up yet. You know, Sweat made a play last week, but Chase Young has been absent. He's been absent, and Sweat joined him today. They both missed class today. So I'm not bailing on those guys. They're still phenomenal, and they're going to ultimately turn it up. It's a slow start for them, but I expect them to, after a slow start, to rev this thing up. Maybe it starts in week 3 on the road at Buffalo. We'll see. But yes, Jonathan Allen, to piggyback off that, was phenomenal tonight. And a lot of people wanted to trade him. A lot of people, and I didn't disagree. You know, I didn't disagree, even though I was like, I know they love him. So you're right. Samuel Hatley, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Samuel Hatley writes, I love Heineke, Lou. He's such a baller. That TD to Seals Jones. Are you kidding me? Feels good. Feels good. I told y'all would love this kid. And a lot of y'all don't want to believe it. Somebody was saying, oh, you know, 3 years from now, we're going to be talking about this like we did with fond memories of John Beck and some of the other bums that have come through Washington that we tried to hype up, and Colt McCoy and all these other guys. I said, this ain't that. I can assure you, this ain't that. But it's just one game, okay? I don't want to blow it out of proportion, but I've been telling y'all about Heineke. You know, last year after the Tampa Bay game, I said, this guy's legit. He's just got to stay healthy. And I said, I wanted him to be the starter. He got his opportunity, and I told y'all the legend of Heineke. Watch it grow. Watch it grow. Thank you, Samuel Hatley. Greatly appreciate you. Donald Gray, thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you, Donald Gray, who writes, I'm like an old dog. I don't care who's out there. Hashtag MOBB. My guy, Donald Gray, thank you for the super chat. Hey, man. We just want it, man. We just want it. That's it. That's it. At the end of the day, we just want it, man. Anyway, we can get it. Big Money Sonny, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. My guy, Big Money Sonny writes, Lou, I'm a man of my word. I'll hit you up on IG, but I'll take this ugly win. Let's go. I told you guys this was not going to be a blowout. Now, I had us winning by 10, but I told you it wasn't going to be a comfortable 10. We weren't going to be at the end of the game relaxing. I said it was going to be close. I did not think it was going to be a nail biter. And now I wanted to say this. I can say it now. Home teams on primetime television to start the season are now 4-0. All home teams have won, and Washington keeps it perfect on the home team side, as we've seen Tampa, Los Angeles, the Raiders, and now Washington all win on primetime television to start. No road team has gone and won on primetime television to start the season to this point. I'm glad we got ours out of the way. It couldn't have come at a better time. Big Money Sonny, a man of his word. He's going to hit me up. Somebody's going to walk away with a free pair of kicks. I guess we got only thing left to decide is what size. I guess we'll talk about that at a later date and time. Thank you, Big Money Sonny. Hunter Hodovic, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Hunter writes, this doesn't really feel like a win, more like a Giants loss over a Washington team, if you know what I mean, but that's just me. That is just you. I don't give a shit how we get it. You're not going to make me feel bad. This wasn't a 9-7 victory. This was, we scored 30 points. Celebrate. We haven't scored 30 points in 2 years. Okay. I get it. I know about the 41-point outburst against the Dallas Cowboys. We haven't scored the actual number 30, the first number of our score with a 3 in 2 years. Celebrate. I don't give a shit if the Giants made mistakes. They can cry about that all they want. That's why they're 0-2 and we're 1-1. You're not going to make me feel bad, and you're not going to make me feel like the Giants lost this game more than we won. We took this game from them. They had the lead the entire second half, and we never went away. They took a 6-point lead, and Taylor Heinicke in 2 plays erases it. And you want me to feel like this is a Giants loss? I don't care they jumped off sides and our kicker missed. That's their problem, and that's why they're 0-2. Thank you for the super chat, Hunter Hodovic. Let's see. What a catch by Ricky Seals-Jones. Ricky effing Seals-Jones for that ass. Niners fan, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy. Niners fan, right? Sorry, Lou, but y'all barely beat the Giants even when they spotted you 10 points. Were you watching the same game? You watching the right game? Because the Giants never spotted us 10 points. Your defense is overrated and y'all are not winning the division. That's fine. You are entitled to your opinion. And I'm not looking to take shots at your 49ers. I'm just going to tell you, we won. End of discussion. You're not going to make me feel bad about my victory. Is the defense overrated? Maybe. We'll see. It's early in the season. We will see. I can tell you this. I wanted to not take a shot. I wanted to take the high road, but you came at my neck, and so I can't let it slide. My team didn't almost give up a 24-point lead in less than 2 minutes. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, I digress. And I love you, Niners fan. You know that. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Metaphor writes, a wise man once told me, F him. F him. I told you, the man told me, I'm not, that's not my style, but I'm telling you what the man told me. Giants, 4-game win streak, or Daniel Jones, 4-game win streak, Giants, 5-game win streak, F him. F him. All right, let's go with it. Aaron JCB, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Aaron JBC writes, Heineke. First time super chatter, been down since 05. What a game. Heineke came through, and so did the Giants special teams. How you doing, Lou? I'm doing excellent. A lot better than I would have been had that first missed field goal counted. A lot better than I would have been. But here I am, feeling like $1 million, and the next 10 days are going to feel like heaven, especially Sunday when I'm watching everybody else struggle, hopefully watching the Eagles get tattooed by the 49ers on the road. I'm hoping that the 49ers go to the link, take those boys down, the Chargers do what they did to us and beat Dallas, and I can sit back and say, first place. Feels good to be home. Feels good to be home, baby. Feels good to be home. Anyway, I digress. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you. Metaphor writes, guess what, Lou? We scored 30. You're damn right. Double up. Double up for the 30, man. Double up for the 30. We scored 30. All right. I thought we were going to miss it by 1. I had us at 29. We got to 30, baby. I love it. Colton Wheeler, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Colton Wheeler writes, this damn defense is making me pull my hair out. Look, man, I get it. You're not alone either, okay? This defense has been very frustrating the first 2 weeks. But like I told you guys after week 1, you much rather make adjustments and have guys fix whatever is going on wrong with wins, not with losses, okay? Make the adjustments, continue to get better, work on your craft with W's, okay? That's what you want to see. And I told y'all before the season started, there are going to be games. I didn't anticipate the Giants being one of them, but I said there are going to be games where this offense is going to have to pick this defense up. They're going to have to score points and outscore some teams, something we were incapable of doing last season with this offense. Now you've seen that this offense is capable of going to 30 if they need to get the win. Again, albeit against the Giants, I did not think it was going to be one of the teams we would have to go and win a shootout with, but we did it. So we know we're capable. At some point, the defense is going to wake the hell up. They're going to smell the Folgers, guys. Trust me. This defense is not as bad as it's looked this first 2 weeks. They're going to wake up and smell the Folgers at some point. And when they do, if this offense can continue to score points, we're going to be dangerous. Trust me. Thank you for the super chat, Colton Wheeler. Mustango, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Mustango writes, what up, Lou? He says, I'm a Rams fan, but I love the Washington football team. Taylor Heinicke for MVP. Look, I'm telling y'all, the legend of Heineke, watch it grow, okay? I'm just going to tell y'all, man. I'm not going to keep telling y'all. Yes, I am. Thank you for the super chat, Mustango. Got a brand new member to the MOBB, Carlos Kit. Thank you for your membership. Stand up, Carlos. You officially in the building as a brand new member of the MOBB mob. You know what to do. Show Carlos some love. Los, thank you for your membership, baby. Welcome aboard to the MOBB. Silver V, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy. Silver V writes, got off work early and what a treat. That was NFC East theater at its best. NFC East family business. And don't you forget about it. Smells like money. Heineke said, by the way, Heineke should be your solidified starter. I hope Ron just rolls with the kid. He's a gamer. He won't have a choice. And this is what I was anticipating when he got the nod. I said, okay. And I said this on my show on Tuesday, I believe it was. It was Monday or Tuesday. I said, the league done effed up. You didn't want this. Trust me when I tell you this. You did not want this. You wanted Ryan Fitzpatrick in there effing shit up. He would have thrown a pick tonight. Before Heineke threw it, we would have not been in a position to win the game. Trust me. You didn't want this. But now you got it and you effed up. You better hope the young fella stays. I'm not going to say it. If he stays healthy, I'm going to say it like this. If he stays healthy, y'all in trouble. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for the super chat, Silver V. David Kim, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, David Kim, writes, Louie T, I was on the edge of my seat. Almost had an heart attack. Who are you telling? Who you telling? Did you? Damn right I did. And I told the mob before the game started, I said, man, I am so nervous. I haven't been this nervous since week 17 versus the Eagles to go to the playoffs. I was a nervous wreck. At the start of the game, I was a nervous wreck the entire fourth quarter because every possession took on a greater meaning because we couldn't get defensive stops. So every offensive possession, we had to have it. And if we didn't score it, match their field goal with a field goal or match their touchdown with it. If we didn't score on any possession, we lose. Every possession in the fourth quarter felt like sudden death. We get it or we lose. And a lot of people are like, Ron should go for it on this fourth. Like, are you crazy? Kick this damn field goal. We got to keep this thing at 3 points because if the defense doesn't surrender another touchdown, and they didn't, we're going to win this game. And we did. Thank you for the super chat. He said, thank God for Slayton's drop and offsides. Thank God for the holding penalty on board. You can say thank God for about 5 or 6 things that happened in this game. But you know what? The Giants were due for this loss. This one, nothing but the football god saying, hey, Washington, it's been a long time coming, but I know the Giants going to give you one. Oh, yes, they are. That's what that was. The football guy said, we about to bless you. Don't worry about it. We got you, bro. That's why I wanted them early in the season. Get it out of the way. Now we done with them boys. We'll see them in December or January somewhere. Johnny68740. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Johnny writes, Louie, crack a cold Heineke for me. Pop Heineke. You know what it is, man. I told you, it ain't nothing more refreshing than a cold Heine. It ain't nothing more refreshing than a nice ice cold Heine. It goes down nice and smooth. Yes, sir. What color is that bottle, everybody? What color is that bottle? It's green, like the money of Taylor Heinicke. The legend of Heineke grows. Yes, sir. Thomas Carter, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Thomas Carter, writes, when Dustin Hopkins got that second kick to the ball, from the words of the Silky Slim from Uptown Saturday night, never have so few owed so much money to so many. I can tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you this right now. That kick started off, that shit looked like it was going right to the same spot where the last one went. right outside that right goalpost. I was like, no, this mother effer did not just miss this second kick. And then that bitch started to turn, and I'm like, hey, you stay straight. You don't make no more moves. Keep going where you're going. And when that thing went through the uprights, I jumped up and let out the loudest scream that you could imagine from a week 2 game. Because I wanted this bad. I guaranteed this. I always tell the fellas, don't make me look like a fool now. I don't guarantee many wins. Because with this team, you can't do that with this squad. But I guaranteed this one. I said, fellas, y'all got to get this one for me. They said, we got you, man. Don't worry. Thank you for the super chat, Thomas Carter. Billy A., thank you for the super chat and being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you, Billy A., who writes, I want to hear all the defensive slander because that was atrocious. We literally lost by 2 touchdowns. DJ really ran for a touchdown on us. Like, what the F was that? Look, there's plenty of time to roast the defense, okay? And we will definitely get to that, okay? It may not be tonight because there's so much excitement, but we're going to get to that. Trust me. We got 10 full days to unload on this defense. Don't worry. They're not going to get off unscathed after winning this football game because we're so excited. They were not good in this game, and we are going to talk about that for sure. Donnell Shipley, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Donnell writes, question, you really think either one of these teams can beat the Eagles? Yes. Yes. Look, the 49ers are going to show you a different side of the Eagles this week. If the Eagles go out and beat the 49ers, okay, then we can have a real conversation. Don't act as if the Eagles are nice because they're not. They're not. And you're going to find that out. The Eagles will come back to earth. They're on the damn moon right now because the Eagles fans thought that they just won the Super Bowl with a win over the Atlanta Falcons who stink. Do that shit to the 49ers this week. And you got the Chiefs in 2 weeks. Do it to them. Or not the Chiefs. I think you got the Bucks. It's either the Chiefs or the Bucks. Do it to them. Then come talk to me. Anyway, I digress. Aaron, JCB, double up, thank you for doubling up, Aaron JBC. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, Hop needs competition. Man gave me cardiac arrest at the end. He's not going anywhere, man. And I don't want him to go anywhere. But man, if not for the offsides, we'd be singing a whole different tune right now. Ron's gonna dismiss the miss, and because he made the second one. He got a reprieve, he got a do-over, he got a mulligan, and he made it. That's what's important. But if he didn't, we'd be singing a different tune. I need him to make his kicks. I can't stress that enough. I said 3 or 4 will win you most games. If he was 3 or 4 tonight, we lose. He was 4 or 4. He's got to start making his kicks, man. Or was he 3 or 4, or was he 3 or 3? You get to 30 with 3 touchdowns and 3 field goals. So he was 3 or 3 tonight. Yeah, we scored 3 touchdowns. Heineke had. Did we score 3 touchdowns? I feel like Heineke. Did we run for a touchdown? Did somebody run for a touchdown? How the hell did we get all our touchdowns? I'm trying to think. How do you get 30 with 3 touchdowns, 3 field goals? Heineke threw for 2. I don't know. I'm busting my brain. I'm trying to think. Did we run for one? I don't remember anybody running for anything. All right, whatever. I digress. I'm moving on. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Metaphor writes, always trust a man with an alcohol last name. Always. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. JD before half. That's what it was. Thank you to all of y'all out there. JD before the half ran it in on 3rd down. That's right. I'm about to say, I'm not tripping. I didn't remember Gibby getting a touchdown. It was JD. That's right. King of the North. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. JD, or excuse me, King of the North. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, make them run, Coach Judge. LOL. Been a long time since we saw a QB go the length of the field in 2 throws. Number 4 was the difference tonight. I mean, that was to be expected from me. I can't speak for anybody else out there. I know there were a lot of you that felt Heineke was the man for the job and the answer to all of the questions out there, and he's the truth. But there are a lot of fans out there that didn't believe and probably still don't after this performance. I can just tell you this. he gives us the best chance to win. And I told you guys that already. And I know some of y'all think I'm crazy. That's fine. I've never been one to shy away from saying how I feel, even if I know it goes against the grain. At the end of the day, 4 was the difference tonight, King of the North. You are absolutely spot on 100% because this defense did not step up. And without him, we don't even come close to having a chance at the end of this ball game. I mean, when's the last time, I'm going to say this, when's the last time you felt, I can't speak for y'all, I felt confident. I can't tell you the last time that I could say with 100% definitiveness, is that a word? I don't know if that's a word. I can't say with 100% certainty that if they don't score a touchdown or get a first down to burn the clock and kick a walk-off field goal, they're going to lose. I said that when the Giants had a 3rd and 7. I said, if they get the first down here, they win because they're going to kick a walk-off field goal. But if they don't, we're going to go down and win the football game. I've said that with 100% confidence and certainty. That was all about number 4. Low key, not low key. I like that name. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, it wasn't pretty, but we finally get there. Stinking, you know what, Lou? You're dang on right. We finally got him. And I told you, I didn't care how it looked. I didn't care how we got it. I just wanted it bad. Jason Files, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, Jason Files, and being a member of the MOBB, who writes, what up, Lou? Payback for losing last week. What's up with the refs? Can we say moxie for our new starting quarterback? Moxie is an understatement for that kid. When he came in the first game against Carolina, Chase Young said, hey, man, go out there and get him. He said, this is what I do. The man, I told you, that man ain't dripping swag. He dripping swag goo, okay? We already knew what this man was about. When he stepped in the first time, man came off the street as the quarantine quarterback. In his first action, hit the star of the team tells him, hey, man, go out there and do your thing. He says, man, this is what I do. What you talking about? The man is ready, man. No moment's too big for Taylor Heinicke, man. Dude is ready. He was built for this. Red Wings 01, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Red Wings 01 writes, Heineke is the GOAT. That interception shouldn't have been possible. Turner should have never called a pass in that situation. I agree. Not that he shouldn't have called a pass, but that pass shouldn't have come until 3rd down. And I knew what he was trying to do. The Giants were looking for runs, so you come with pass there. Why not run? Gibby at that point was averaging over 5 yards a pop. I know they're looking for run. Spread them out, gun, and run it. We've been having success all night. Spread them out, make them think it's a pass, and run out of the gun. Turner, I had an issue with some of his play calls tonight as well. I'm not letting him off the hook either. We'll get to him again. Right now is not the time to talk about the things we're disappointed in because we're so elated that we're not 0-2. But we're going to get around to that. We got 10 whole days to get around to all of the things that were frustrating in this game. And trust me, they will not be just glossed over. We will get to those things. I'm with you, Red Wings 01, for sure. Zacchaeus Maggette III, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, who writes, on that interception, why was that play even called? Why didn't we run? Again, I was asking the same question of the mob members. We were talking about the same thing in the MOBB. Why are we throwing the football there? Like, run the damn ball. You got 3 on 1st down. The Giants hadn't stopped us from running it all night. All night long, all night. Oh, all night long, all night, all night. All night they couldn't stop us. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why? I don't know. Don't stop asking. Dre, true statement. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, y'all ain't even my damn team, and I was all over here nervous. Got y'all in my pick'em. Good win. Y'all might have something in Heineke. I think we do. Look, man, I said the same thing about the Buccaneers game against Dallas. I was on the edge of my seat, nervous as hell, as if one of those were my teams. Probably because Dallas is in the division and I wanted them to lose so badly. But at the end of the day, I just was super nervous. And I'm like, why am I nervous like this? This isn't Washington. So I get it. I know where you're coming from. But when you pick a team to win, you also want that team to win because, again, you got money on the line. You know what I'm saying? So I get that too, for sure. And I hope we got something to Heineke. I feel like it, but, we'll see. A lot of football left to be played, for sure. Alan Nudis, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, y'all ain't even my damn team, and I was all over here nervous. Got y'all in my pick'em. Good win. Y'all might have something in Heineke. I think we do. Look, man, I said the same thing about the Buccaneers game against Dallas. I was on the edge of my seat, nervous as hell, as if one of those were my teams. Probably because Dallas is in the division and I wanted them to lose so badly. But at the end of the day, Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Alan Nudis writes, I'm glad we don't have to talk about the number 1 overall pick just yet. Even if we lost this game, we weren't going to have that conversation. We weren't going to be that bad. These guys aren't going to quit on Rivera, so you wouldn't have to worry about that for sure. Ishmael Benitez, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy IB writes, we wanted JD, and we got a nice dose of 41. I think this offense will get better each week. Can't wait to see what Curtis will add. Me too. I'm thinking about what we were able to do tonight and how much more dynamic we would be offensively that when we add 10 to the mix. And this is why you need J.D. McKissic. I like, why do I have to beg for a guy that was our leading receiver last year? I don't understand these things. And I said, they're going to get better. They're going to figure these things out. But why do I have to beg for J.D. McKissic? I shouldn't have to do that. You saw the difference he made tonight. Why do I have to beg for that? Football is not hard. Don't make it harder than it needs to be, guys. Damn. Thank you, IB, for the super chat. Tizzy Bang. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Tizzy Bang writes, this game proved we need McKissic a lot. I wish Sims played more instead of Humphreys, or am I bugging? I was on Humphreys hard, man. I was like, Hump stinks. After he keeps falling down on the damn ground without anybody touching him. He's dropping the damn ball, and then he makes one of the biggest catches of the game on 3rd down to move the sticks and gets out of bounds. And I said, Hump, you just won me back over, man. But I don't want to see Cam Sims. I was like, if we take a Hump out, let me see the young fella. You know who I'm talking about. Dax Milne. Let me see the young fella. But we're good, man. Hump, he won me over with the catch and getting out of bounds. Valmont Smart, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, and thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Valmont writes, damn, Lou, I almost busted up my TV when Hop missed that field goal. So I was watching it with the mob, and the mob, there are about 4 or 5 guys in the mob whose TV is out in front of mine because I'm streaming the game. So I used to be one of the people out in front because I had cable, I had Verizon, got rid of Verizon. And so now I'm streaming the game and on YouTube TV, and they're in front of me. So I look down. I tried not to look down in the chat so I wouldn't see what happened because they you start typing and tell you what happened. So I didn't want to know, but I couldn't help myself. I was at the edge of my seat. I looked down. They were like, no. Then somebody said, offsides. And I'm like, man, this better be offsides. And so he missed the kick. I'm waiting for the flag to show up at the bottom, the icon to show up at the bottom of the screen. It's not showing up. But, they're still talking. I hear Joe Buck says, I think they're going to get the Giants for something here. There's a flag on the ground. And I'm like, yes. And then they were talking too damn long. I'm like, you better not pick this goddamn flag up. And then they called him for offsides. And sure enough, we got it over again. I know where you at, man. I was so dejected when he missed initially. I really was. Diehard Giants fan. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, congrats, well-fought game. Likewise, man, ditto. I mean, that was a hell of a football game. As Joe Buck and Troy Aikman said, man, that was a hell of a game, and hope that all of them are like that on Thursday Night Football. You couldn't ask for a better game than that. I mean, look, 3 out of the 4 primetime games, with the exception of Sunday Night Football with the Bears and Rams, have been off the charts good. I mean, 2 out of the 4 have come down to walk-off field goals. Well, hell, and then the Raiders had the walk-off touchdown in overtime. So all these games have come down to the wire. You guys were game tonight, and if not for the mistakes, you probably come out victorious. But I'll take anything I can get. I told you, I'm not opposed to accepting gifts. I'm taking all gifts that are being offered up, and we did that tonight. Thank you for the super chat, diehard Giants fan, and once again, man, hell of a game. Trevor Patch, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Trevor, who writes, Scott doesn't know the plan. The legend, Vanilla Vic, these refs. Plug your stuff, Lou. Like and share. You guys heard the man, Trevor Patch. Man. Y'all like the video, man. If you're out there, there are over 1,300 of you out there, only 360 likes. Come on, guys. We can do better than that. Hit the like button. There should be no less than 500-600 likes at this point of the video. The legend of Heineke continues to grow, guys. You know what it is. Thank you for the super chat, Trevor Patch. Tony P56, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, the legend of Heineke continues. The legend of Heineke grows. That's right. TLH. Why did we throw on second down with the lead in the fourth quarter? Scott Turner is on probation and Dustin Hopkins has to go. I think that's a good way to put it. I don't think Scott Turner's on probation, but I'm watching him. And I like Scott, and I think he did some good things tonight, but I still need him to have a better feel for what's going on in the football game. I think there are times where he doesn't have a great feel for what's going on. And Dustin Hopkins is on probation for sure. And he's been good this year. He's 7 of 8 right now. He's 7 of 8 right now. He's been really good. But he's missed some kicks. This one goes away. When we look at the stat sheet, it's going to say 3 of 3, but he really missed. So I get it. Rich Richie. I always try to put it backwards. Rich Richie, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, I would have paid pay-per-view money to see Louie T the last 2 minutes of this game. We need live feed of on close games, Louie. # Louie plan. I was a nervous wreck, man. I'm going to tell you right now what you would have gotten. You probably only really needed to see me the last 30 seconds, but all you would have gotten was this. That's exactly how I was sitting in front of my TV screen, just like this. Playing a game out in my head, what we need to do, how we need to execute, need to get out of bounds, need to spike it, need to call the timeout. Damn, is this on us? Is this false start on us? We got to use our final timeout to avoid a 30-second runoff. Like, I'm just sitting there, just playing a game out in my head. Home Sports, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Home Sports writes, I believed all along. Please don't check my chat logs. You just told on yourself. You just told on yourself, man. Benjamin Bellamy, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Benjamin Bellamy. Red Wing 01, double up, thank you for doubling up. Red Wing 01, greatly appreciate you, who writes, Taylor's a gamer. I get New York has a talented, if poorly schemed secondary, but our receivers need to get open more. Can't wait for Curtis to come in. There's a lot of that. And again, I thought Terry was fantastic. I thought Taylor was fantastic. I thought he forced a couple. He got lucky a couple of times where I thought he made some mistakes, but we'll talk about those. But at the end of the day, plays were made. Guys made plays. Hump made a big play. J.D. McKissick made a big play. Logan Thomas made a couple of big catches. How about Ricky Seals-Jones? Ricky mother effing Seals-Jones. Ricky Seals-Jones. Who? Ricky Jones. Seals-Jones. I love it. Chauncey Davis, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for being a member of the MOBB. My guy Chauncey Davis writes, Lou, Chauncey, Scott Turner's game plan, A1 for Heineke, except the interception play. Run the damn ball. I thought he allowed Heineke to get into a rhythm early. I thought we could have run it a little bit more, especially with the way Gibby was having success. That said, Heineke was on tonight. I still don't like the third down conversion rate for us. That's got to get better. And the reason it's not great is because when we get in third downs, it's 3rd and 7, it's 3rd and 9, it's 3rd and 8. Why? Because we didn't do enough on 1st and 2nd down. And that's the problem I have with Scott Turner right now. And some of that could be on Heineke. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we got it done. I'm excited. Again, we're going to continue to talk about the things that we're excited about now, but we're going to get to all of those things. I thought it wasn't a bad game plan from Scott Turner, but I think he needs to have better situational awareness. I do feel that way because there were times where I felt like, okay, we're in a rhythm, but we need a run right now. And he just kept throwing it. Great example of that was the possession when we were down 23-17, and we got a penalty on them. We got a fresh set of downs. And I'm like, we need a run here. We've been so heavy on the pass. Let's get a run here. And we go 3 straight passes, and we end up having to settle for a field goal. Hype Dude, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. And thank you for being a member of the MOBB. My guy, Hype Dude, writes, what a finish. I was going crazy in this game. Seriously felt like this team was going to be the death of me, but we got the win. Crazy finish. #mob. These are the kinds of games we're going to have. I keep telling y'all, we are not going to blow teams out. That is not how we are wired. That's not how we're set up. There won't be 37s to 13s. We're not set up. Until the defense shows up to the party, there won't be any blowouts. There'll only be close nail biters, which is why we talked about this in the offseason. D-Hop is going to have to make field goals. We're not going to be in the position where we can leave points on the scoreboard. Extra points included. He had to be 3 of 3 on extra points tonight, or we don't win this game. We go to overtime. So every point counts with this team because we're not good enough to leave a point or two out on the football field. We're just not. David Hardy, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. And thank you for being a member of the MOBB. David writes, hit that like button and Lou, have a beer on me tonight. Salute. Salute, David. Salute. You know what it is, man. You know what the beer of choice is, man. The green bottle, man. You know what it is. The Heineke. Thank you for the super chat, David Hardy. John Perez, my guy, JP. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. JP writes, finally, bye-bye Giants. Bye-bye, bye-bye. G-Men, special teams blew it. Not just the special teams. The offense blew it with some of the plays. The officials were not great tonight. I thought there were a couple of bad spots. For the most part, all the penalties that they called for the most part were really penalties, legit penalties. I did not love the Chase Young penalty on the first possession of the game. I thought that was BS. But outside of that, I thought most of the calls were legit calls. Nothing to really, I thought the spots were bad. And I thought both teams were just horrendous in the penalty department. I'm not sure if we made it to 10, but at one point we had 9 for damn near 100 yards. I know the Giants weren't too far behind. So both teams were heavily penalized in this game. And I think the Giants might have actually hit double digits with that offsides penalty at the very end. So it was a sloppy game from a penalty standpoint, but I'll take it any way I can get it. Calvin Krim, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Calvin Krim, writes, first of all, thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you, Calvin Krim, who writes, 30 points, Lou. We did it. We finally did it. I can stop talking about it now because it was getting old, but I wasn't going to stop talking about it until we finally did it. Well, we finally scratched that off the damn list of things that we hadn't gotten around to, scoring 30 points. So good to get that off of our back now. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Metaphor writes, this weekend is going to be so good. I love you, Lou. I love you too, Metaphor. This weekend is going to be awesome. Awesome. It's nothing like getting a dub on a Thursday and then just kicking back on Sunday and saying, all right, let me see what everybody else is doing, man. And it feels different. You know what it feels like. We did it last year to the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. You know what it feels like. Maurice Davis, thank you for becoming a new member of the MOBB. Maurice, stand up. You are officially in the building as a brand new member of the MOBB mob. You know what to do. Show Maurice some love. Maurice, welcome to the squad. Got another one here from Benjamin Bellamy. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Benjamin Bellamy. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Lou, are we allergic to running the damn ball? At times, it feels like it. We ran the ball. Gibby had about 13 or 14 carries. Last week was his career high of 20. So it's not like Gibby gets a ton of touches anyway. That's not what we do. But I thought there were more opportunities for us to run the football. So I know where you're coming from. Absolutely. Thought he didn't. Again, having situational awareness is something that I think Scott Turner can be a little bit better at. But we'll talk about that for sure. Dewan Porch, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you. You were good in the mob tonight as well, along with everybody else that was there. Robert Mitchell, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Robert Mitchell, thank you for being a member of the squad, who writes, Lou, St. Juice doesn't get enough credit. He held it down tonight. I said this at the top of the show. I think St. Juice might have been the most consistent corner of the night. Hey, everybody, pull out your beverages and, man, toast to Heineke and a toast to Juice, man. We got the beverages out here shining for us tonight, man. Shining like white diamonds. I thought Juice was outstanding tonight. Bounce back game for him. And I talked about that at the top of the show. Everybody wanted to rail on him. And I said, look, he's going to get beat. He's going to make some mistakes. He's a rookie. But he's also going to make his fair share of plays. And I thought he did that tonight. Eddie Behringer, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Eddie B, thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, if we can win ugly like this, I can't wait until we get ourselves together. We can get better the more we play together. I couldn't agree with you more. If we can win games, and that's why I said that's why it hurt last week. It was an ugly game that we had an opportunity to still win. And I said, if we can lose a game by only 4 playing as poorly as we did last week, what happens when we finally start clicking and putting some shit together? And you saw the offense with Heineke. And I told you guys, with Heineke, this offense is more dynamic. And he didn't even use his legs tonight. That's the crazy part. He did his damage from the pocket. We didn't see, off schedule, off script, extendo clip Heineke tonight. We saw pocket Heineke tonight. Thank you for the super chat, Eddie B. CGM87, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, interception on Turner, in my opinion. Taylor is balling. Let's go, baby. I think most people feel like that interception. Look, Taylor still pulled the trigger. He still stared Terry down. He still threw the football. That's on him. Yes, the play call was made by Scott Turner, but it's up to Taylor to not throw that football if he's not comfortable, or if, and I don't think he saw the defender. That's a great play by James Bradbury. I don't think he thought he was going to come up there and make that play. That said, we should have run the football. We should have run the football. Robert Gamble Jr., thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Robert writes, Louie, I'm not going to lie, I was scared when I saw him miss. Who wasn't? Who wasn't? And unlike me, you weren't afforded the opportunity to know that there was an offsides penalty as the kick was missed. You saw it live. You're watching it. No one's telling you that it's offside, so you think we just lost the game. I at least had hope that there was offsides because people in the MOB, I'm seeing it. Offsides, you know, just coming down. And I shouldn't have looked, but I'm glad I did because I probably would have had a heart attack. I would have lost my shit had I not known that there was a chance for offsides to be called. So I was a little bit fortunate. Rockman 1033, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Rockman writes, have to give you your props. You did it. You did guarantee a win. I don't do it often, but when I do, the fellas better have my back. So I told you, these dudes, it's hard to guarantee anything with this team because you just never know. But I said it's time. It's time. It's time. It's Taylor time. It was time. And so I knew we were going to get it done tonight, but I don't do it often, man. But when I give a guarantee, I give it with Heineke. Did you see what I just did there? I don't know if you did or not. That might have went over your head. Condo P, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Condo P writes, we won, period. Period. It ain't nothing else to say. Hashtag Heineke season. Hashtag Hampton Boulevard bully. What y'all know about Hampton Boulevard? The mean streets of Norfolk, Virginia. What y'all know about that, man? Hampton Boulevard bully. The legend of Heineke grows. Thank you for the super chat, Condo P. Tizzy Bang, thank you for becoming a brand new member of the MOBB. Tizzy Bang, stand up. You are officially in the building. Mob, you know what to do. Tizzy Bang needs some love. Shower Tizzy Bang. Welcome to the MOBB, Tizzy Bang. King Izzy, thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you. King Izzy writes, maybe we should have Tress kick field goal. Great win for us. I don't know if Tress can kick field goals, but I'll tell you what, D-Hop is always making a brother sweat over here, man. I need a bath or messing around with D-Hop. Thank you for the super chat, King Izzy. David Sanchez, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. David writes, Lou, where's the broom and dustpan? Hey, go get the broom. Don't you go get that damn dustpan yet. That's only one. We don't see these bastards again until week 18. Just go get the broom, put it off to the side, and let it sit there. Trust me, we don't see them till January. So it ain't no need to go get the dustpan. One at a time. Go get the broom, put it down next to you, and let it sit there. The Phillies Ace 34. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. The Phillies Ace 34. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, Louie T, what's good, my friend? What's good with you? Hey, it wasn't pretty, but y'all get the win, and that's all that matters. Fly, Eagles, fly. Hopefully we win so we can be 2-0. Hopefully you don't win so you can be 1-1 and you can share the first place with us. Okay? I'm hoping the 49ers do what they're supposed to do. I'll be watching that game very closely, okay? With eyes wide open. My third eye going to be open on that game. Hopefully y'all don't take care of business. We'll see. Y'all look really good in week 1. See if you can follow that up with an encore performance in week 2 at home. Roderick Frederick, Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Roderick Frederick writes, Louis T, this is a good win. This is a young team, and they're maturing before our eyes. Ron's plan, Gibson, Terry, and Jones showed out. Yes, they did. And don't forget J.D. McKissick. Don't forget Heineke. Ricky Seals-Jones. Seals-Jones. Who? Seals-Jones. Thank you for the super chat, Roderick Frederick. Captain Wizard, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Captain Wizard writes, all I'm going to say is thank you, Darius Slayton. The real MVP. He the real MVP. Shit. You ain't going to get too much pushback from me on that one, man. All I could think of when I saw that ball traveling in the air is please let it be too far. And it wasn't a great throw. Everybody just says he dropped it. It wasn't a great throw, but he should have dove and caught that. If you didn't think you could just get your hands on it and catch, you got to dive. That's got to be a touchdown. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. When that ball hit the ground, all I could do is say, we ain't shit. We ain't worth a damn. That felt like last year bullshit when we were giving up all those big plays. 20 yards of separation in each direction for Darius Slayton on that one. Whew. Dodged the bullet. Thank you for the super chat, Captain Wizard. Damon Brown, thank you for being a member, or thank you for becoming a member of the MOBB. Damon Brown, stand up. You are officially in the building as a member of the MOBB. Y'all show Damon some love. You know what it is. Damon, thank you for becoming a member of the squad. Got another super chat here from Eric DeBose. Thank you for the super chat, Eric, who writes, great game. Yes, it was. Heineke was great tonight, except the pick. Agreed. Had AG wide open in the flats. I said the same thing. Like, everybody's killing Scott Turner for the call, and I'm saying just dump it to Antonio Gibson in the flats. The reason Terry in the route timing got messed up is because he bumped into the linebacker that had Antonio Gibson in man-to-man coverage. Just throw it out there in the flats to Gibby. He might even get the first down. I'm saying the same thing. We here. We right here, Eric. He says, in the flat with space, but forced it to Terry. D-Hop made 3. Last one. Ugh. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, the same thing, Eric. You watch that play over and over again, and Gibby's open in the flats. Why are we forcing it to Terry? Because that's been there all night? Yeah, it's been there all night, but this ain't the time for it. Over the middle of the field, in traffic, get it to Gibby out in space. I felt the same way you did, man. And I saw the same thing. David Kim, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, David Kim, double up, who writes, Heineke played better than his Tampa game. Got super pumped with McLaurin's Lambeau leap. Yeah, that was dope. It reminded me of Robert Griffin III, in his rookie season versus Minnesota on that electrifying run when he jumped into the crowd. It gave me chills. It gave me vibes when I saw him do that. That was dope. I really loved it. And yeah, I think this was a better game than Tampa. One, because we won. That's the main thing, for sure. Hunter Hodovic, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Hunter, who writes, but beside all that, Heineke balled, man. Was super excited watching him play. First time in a long time where I actually felt hope the entire game. You want me to tell you something else that I feel with Heineke, and I think a lot of you as Washington fans out there can attest to this? When's the last time you felt more confident with the offense on the field than the defense? Speak on it. Speak on it. I didn't feel confident with the defense on the field at any point tonight. Yet when we had the ball offensively, I was like, oh, we got this. We got these boys. They don't want to smoke with number 4. They don't want it. Take that. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Take that, writes. Offense has been hot garbage for so long. I'm just glad to see us move the damn ball. Did Terry get like 12 catches? I think he ended up on 10. No, I think he ended up on 11 because of that last catch to put us in field goal range when he went down and got it. So I think that was his 11th catch of the game. Yeah, Terry was money tonight. That's how it should be. I talked about this. One of my keys to the game was get your playmakers involved. J.D. McKissick needs more touches. Terry needs more touches. And earlier, they need to get the football to these guys. And they did early and often. Terry touched it on the first possession. That's how it should be. Terry touched it on the first possession. Terry touched it on the last possession and all the possessions in between. And that's how it should be. Chilled Dude, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Chilled Dude writes, G-Men, thank you for that offsides. Taylor right here, right now. Now time for a glass of mead. Cheers, Louis T. Hashtag Ron's plan. Hashtag TLH. The legend of Heineke grows. Let's go. Hit that like button. Y'all heard the man. Hit the like button. Y'all know what it is. Zachary Minor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Zachary writes, Bostic, Hopkins, and Del Rio almost made me lose my voice as usual. Bostic had some good moments in this game. Bostic had some Bostic moments in this game. It's what you get from John Bostic, man. Every time I want to like John, he goes and does something dumb like let the tight end run right by him for a gain of 25. And you're like, got to get his ass out of the game. But, you know, every now and again, like he did on that toss, he blows it up, and it's a 9-yard loss. You're like, God damn it, Bostic, that's good shit. Or when he got Cam Curl lined up correctly, and we were able to stop the play, that's all Bostic. But Jamin Davis made a big play. They took Bostic out down in the red zone, and Jamin Davis didn't bite on the whip route. He stood his ground and made the tackle and forced him to kick a field goal. I like what I saw from the young fella. Barry Curtis, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Barry writes, great win today. Need more from the D-line outside of Jonathan Allen. Can't wait to get Curtis back. Don't think Diami is ready yet. He made some catches tonight, but yeah, he's not ready. And I told you, I didn't want to put that kind of pressure on the young fella. We didn't draft him in the 3rd round to come in, start, and be one of our key contributors and our second best receiver. We drafted this kid to come along, stretch the football field vertically, and hurt teams because they got to worry about Terry and Curtis Samuel and all these other weapons, and he's supposed to sneak under the radar. Right now, we're throwing it deep to him, and like, bro, y'all don't have nobody else but Terry, but this other dude. So we're not gonna let this dude behind us. You're not sneaking up on us. We got to get Curtis Samuel back in here to really hurt defenses. And there was an opportunity for DeAndre Carter, and Troy Aikman pointed it out over the middle of the football field. He was wide open for a touchdown. So there are other opportunities. Got to take advantage of it, though. Donnell Shipley, double up, thank you for doubling it up, Donnell. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, after watching this game, I know for a fact that the Eagles will win this division. Go Eagles. I vehemently disagree. But again, you're 1-0 right now. You're leading the division. I think these next 3 games will tell the story about these Eagles this year because you come out of this next stretch of games, 2-3, 3-0. All right, Eagles are for real. You come out of this thing 1-2 or 0-3, and I'm like, nah, you are who I thought you were. You are who I thought you were. So we're going to see. Because you got, if I'm not mistaken, 49ers, Dallas, and Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken, the next 3 weeks. So we're going to find out what you about. We're going to find out. Kalen Meekins, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Kalen writes, Jack doesn't pin his ears back enough. We were gifted that game. Hopkins needs to be replaced urgently. 15 points on field goals. The defense did its job. It wasn't pretty. It was gritty. The defense, I won't say they did their job. I think they like they did last week, and I said this, even though the defense wasn't good last week, I said they gave us a chance, and they did it again because they held the Giants to field goals on opportunities where they could have scored touchdowns. Now, we did get the benefit of the officials. We did get a drop from Slayton. It wasn't the greatest ball from Daniel Jones either, but we got some breaks from the Giants and the officials. You call it whatever you want. At the end of the day, the defense, when we needed them the most, which was late in the game, they held the Giants. They forced them to punt on one possession to give us the ball back with a chance to run out the clock if we could have gotten a couple of first downs, which good teams do, and we didn't do that. And then when we turned it over, they could have given up a touchdown, and that would have broke our back, or given up a first down. A first down and the game's over. The Giants are going to be able to essentially force us to use all of our timeouts, run out the clock, and kick a walk-off field goal. Instead, they got the stop, got it back to the offense with 2 minutes left. So was no harm, no foul, essentially, other than we gave up the go-ahead score at the time. So the defense, for as bad as they were, they stiffened when they had to. Got to give them credit for that. Kalen Meekins, and I agree. I thought like at the start, the first play of the fourth quarter, JDR had seen enough. He brings the blitz, and he started to bring more pressure in the fourth quarter. He realized, okay, we can't hit home with 4, which he didn't. That's not what we're supposed to be. We shouldn't have to blitz with our first, our front 4, but we had to. And he started to bring pressure a little bit more so in the fourth quarter. Sammer, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Sammer, who writes, or Samir, one or the other. McLaurin is top 10 this year. Love Will Jack, dog. I do too. I think he's going to be really good for us this year, man. I really like what I'm seeing out of him. Despite him getting beat on that one deep ball, I think he is. Him and Juice are going to be dogs on the outside. I worry about Fuller, and I think it's taken a little bit for him to transition back inside. Remember, he's been playing a lot of safety and boundary corner, so it's going to take a little while for him to transition back inside. Once he gets his footing, I'm hoping we get back to the Kendall Fuller that was one of the best nickels in all of football. It's going to take a little while. That's why I say I'm not worried. The only thing I'm worried about with the defense is the pressure, the lack of the pressure. And I think that's going to come eventually as well. ST the Red Wolf, thank you for your membership. Stand up, ST the Red Wolf. You are now officially in the building as a member of the Mob Squad. Squad, you know what to do. Show ST the Red Wolf some love. Welcome to the squad, ST the Red Wolf. Chauncey Davis, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Chauncey, who writes, Lou, Chauncey, not a great statistical game, but the young man, De'Ami Brown, is going to be special. Underrated route runner. How about going up and climbing the ladder and getting that first one from Heineke? That shit was high. It was high and it was hot. And he snatched it out of the air. I loved it. I think he's going to be just fine, man. Just fine. I like what we got out of him tonight. I really do. Mustango, double up, thank you for doubling up, Mustango. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, worst player from the Washington football team tonight. Worst player from the team tonight. It's hard to say right now. I mean, everybody made plays. Everybody had some snafus out there. I mean, the D-line was really quiet outside of Jonathan Allen. But, everyone made some type of play at some point tonight. Sweat busting up that little jet sweep and then Chase cleaning it up. That was one of his few plays, both of them really, their few plays on the night that they made. Daron Payne making a good tackle on Saquon Barkley when he was breaking out on a run potentially. So Chase had a rundown of Saquon down the sideline. He's literally keeping up stride for stride with Saquon and helping escort him out of bounds 41 yards down the field. So, even when Chase isn't getting it done, he's still giving you maximum effort. That's why I love these boys. I don't ever have to worry about questioning effort on the football field, but it's hard to say who was the worst player for the team tonight. That would require some film study. ASH and Double E, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, great game. Y'all's number 4 might be something special. My Texans got offered 3 1s and a 3 and declined, so they're going to get at least something, at least that, but need more. I can tell you this much. The Texans better not give him away. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have to trade a franchise quarterback in the prime of his career, you better get a whole hell of a lot in return, and I think they plan on doing exactly that. Thank you for the super chat. And I think we do have something in number 4, by the way. I agree. Dewan Porch, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Dewan. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, what a game, Lou. TLH, the legend of Heineke, grows. He says, F 'em. Mob Squad, stand up. Hashtag HTT or HWFT. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. TLH, hashtag TLH, hashtag F 'em, hashtag mob. Sounds about right to me. DJ Walker, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, DJ, writes, my dog Lou, we ate a dub. Yes, sir. Jameis Winston style. Joe Flacco style. We ate a dub tonight. He says, but that damn defense, I agree. I know where you're going with this. Give me 1 second. He says, but that damn defense is shaky. Need to blitz more or something. Anyway, glad I'll be able to sleep tonight. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, man. I'm not mad at you for that. I can tell you these next 10 days would have been brutal had we lost this game, especially if we would have lost it with a Dustin Hopkins miss. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. You know, if somebody would have came up here talking nonsense, I might have had to split their noodle. That kind of hurt had we lost our 5th straight to Daniel Jones, 6th straight overall to the Giants. But luckily, we don't have to go down that road. We got to eat a dub tonight. But yeah, the defense needs work for sure. Not going to lie. Donald Gray, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Donald, who writes, I love Taylor's enthusiasm. The offense responds. That's what it's about, man. Taylor Heinicke leading this team, man. They believe in him. I told y'all they believe. And that's the first step to having a quarterback be the guy is the players in the locker room, the coaching staff, they have to believe. And the players believe. Now we got to get the coaching staff to believe. That's who's next on board because they don't believe. Ron didn't believe. That's why he felt like he needed to go out and get Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's why Ryan Fitzpatrick was really never in a true quarterback competition because they didn't believe. So now Taylor's got to win them over. Scott Turner believes. That's why he brought Taylor Heinicke here, even though it was, on some, quarterback or quarantine quarterback nonsense. That's why he went out and got Taylor Heinicke because he believes. So we're going to see. Derek Brown, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, who wants Fitzpatrick back as a starter when he gets back? Silence is golden. Never wanted him in the first place, and y'all know that. Heavy Chevy, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, when Bostic moved Curl into the hole pre-play that the Giants had the run called for, let me know why rookie Jamin Davis don't play much. And that's part of it. That's part of the reason why Jamin Davis, they're bringing him along slowly. He played a lot more tonight than he did last week. There were situations where Jamin Davis was on the field and Bostic wasn't, but that's why they have Bostic on the field. That exact play, and I brought it up earlier, and you just hammered that point home. He got Cam Curl up to the line of scrimmage and said, no, you fit in this gap. They ran the ball, and they ran it right where Bostic told him to go, and they shut it down for no gain. And that's the leadership. That's knowing the offense, what they want to do, and knowing the defense and how we're supposed to combat what they're trying to do. And Jamin Davis isn't there yet. So, absolutely. Facts. Heavy Chevy. Raw Rebel. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Raw Rebel writes, I thought Greg Minuski snuck back on the sideline. Why are we playing so far off the wideouts? Because you don't want to get beat. You don't want to get beat deep. Nothing cheap, nothing deep. Keep everything. I told you what the goal was. Make Daniel Jones drive the field 13 plays. You don't want, we gave up a Saquon Barkley 41-yard run. We gave up a big Daniel Jones run that set up a scoring opportunity. We gave up the Darius Slayton touchdown. Don't give up big plays because you give Daniel Jones more opportunities to make a mistake, even though he didn't make one tonight. I know he wishes he could play us every week because he plays his best brand of ball. He's 4-1 against us, 4-19 against the rest of the league. He stinks against everybody else, but he destroys us. Doesn't turn it over. Doesn't do anything stupid with the ball. That's partly on us. Thank you for the super chat, Derek B. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, D-Hop, I take back what I said about your mama. Hashtag TLH. The legend of Heineke grows. Hey, man. I told you, he can't have his nickname back for me. He's Dustin. Until I feel comfortable with Dustin, he's Dustin. He's no longer D-Hop. He needs to be making kicks consistently. He's 7 of 8 on the season right now. So he's gotten off to a great start, but he missed the kick tonight. I can't erase that from the memory bank. The stat sheet won't say he missed tonight, but we all know he missed tonight. So he's still Dustin. He wants D-Hop back. I need him to continue to kick the ball well. And when we need him most, I need him to step up. And he did. but he just needed 2 tries to do it. GQ100, stand up. You are now officially a new member of the Mob Squad. GQ100, come on in, man. Mob, you know what to do. Show GQ100 some love. Thank you for your membership and becoming a brand new member of the Mob. Enigma RJ, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. And thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, sup, Lou? Bach is holding the coverage back. Plus, Scott's play calling is iffy, and Taylor is legit 32 of 46 for real. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you got to pick your poison. You know, I would love to get, Bostic out of there. I mean, they don't feel comfortable with Jamin Davis at all in every different situation. They feel comfortable, obviously, with him in certain situations, but not like that tight end, Caden Smith, he wouldn't do that shit to Jamin Davis. Jamin can run with him, but he got behind Bostic, and Bostic couldn't get back into play. Like, I think these are the types of plays that may not happen once Jamin Davis gets acclimated. It's going to take some time. And Taylor is definitely legit, man. How legit? There are levels to being legit. He's definitely too legit. How legit is the question? We'll see. DJ Walker, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, DJ Walker, writes, smoking on that big blue pike in my plies voice. Yeah, man. I mean, several of y'all said we was going to smoke that big blue pack tonight. But I think y'all was thinking more like, hey, we going to blow these boys. And I was like, I don't think that's going to happen. But I was like, yo, I'll get it. I'll take it any way I can get it. Faux show. Dre, true statement. Thank you for the super chat. Double up. I think this actually might be you tripling up. Matter of fact, it is. Dre, true statement. Thank you for the super chat. He says, and thanks for talking to your OC about getting scoring McLaurin the ball. Hashtag fantasy. Look, it's not rocket science. I said this already. Football isn't as hard as people try to make it out to be. I think some people make this game harder than it really needs to be. Football, a lot of times, isn't about scheme. It's more about matchups and your guy against their guy. And is your guy better? One-on-one, mano-a-mano. And Terry, most weeks, when he lines up against a defensive back, he's going to be better than that guy. And if they don't put multiple guys on him, because the Giants, they love James Bradbury, and they think, we got a stud over here. So we think he can erase Terry. Oh, yeah? Really? Well, we're going to get the ball to 17. We'll see who wins that matchup. And most teams, they're not buck like that. They know they can't cover Terry one dude, so they put 2 on him. Well, they didn't tonight, and Taylor got him the football. There needs to be a chemistry that is built between those two. You can see that it's starting to come. That's what I needed to see, and it's good to know. And I'm glad you were able to get a little bit of assistance on your fantasy as well. Eric DeBose, thank you for the super chat. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Eric. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, EDB writes. Lou, man, crazy game. Diami looked good. Humphreys got to catch the damn ball, and world, meet Terry McLaurin. I fainted on that last field goal, soap opera-ish. You're not the only one, man. Like I said, like this game had just as many twists and turns as that Raiders Monday night game with the Ravens, where you thought we were going to win after the defense got the stop, and now all we need is a couple of first downs to force the Giants to use their timeouts and burn clock. And then we throw the interception. Now you're thinking the Giants are definitely going to win this game. All they need is a first down, and essentially the game's over. They're going to be able to kick a walk-off field goal. They couldn't get it. And then you're thinking, okay, I was thinking, if they don't, and I said this to everybody in the mob before that third down snap, I said, if they don't score or if they don't get a first down here, we win. If they get a first down, they win. Game over. And we got to stop. So then you get to the point where we're in field goal range. Terry makes the catch. They want to go look at it. And Terry's like, oh, what are they looking for? I know I caught it. So I felt confident just looking at Terry because they hadn't showed a replay yet. So I look at Terry's body language. He's like, what y'all looking for? That wasn't even close. I definitely caught that. So I'm like, hey, Terry, good. We caught it. So when they show the replay, he definitely caught him. Like, it's 48. Oh, we money. That's inside of 50. And then I'm thinking we win. And then he misses, and then I'm thinking we lost, and then he gets another chance. And then I'm telling you, the initial ball coming off of his foot was outside of that right post and that upright. And I'm like, oh my God, he missed it. He pushed it again. And then that baby started hooking. And I'm like, hey, you son bitch, you better stay straight. Straighten up and fly right. And it did. And then I dropped to my knees. And then I jumped up real fast and I screamed, let's go! Thank you for the super chat, Eric DeBose. Barry Curtis, thank you for doubling up. Double up. Barry Curtis writes, I also don't think Cosme is ready yet. I thought he was fine tonight, man. The Giant, he had that one holding penalty for the most part, and it was one pressure. I think that first sack, and Heineke had time on that first sack when he lost 20 yards, it felt like, on that sack. He had time, I thought Cosme was fine tonight. I really did. The Giants really didn't get any pressure on Taylor Heinicke. I mean, think about that. They don't have any guys that are real true pressure guys, and they didn't get any pressure tonight. So I thought the offensive line, after a slow start, I thought they picked it up because I was pissed off early when the Giants were getting a little bit of pressure on Heineke. I'm like, come on, man. It's the Giants' defensive front. They don't get pressure. They ain't got no dogs other than Leonard Williams, and we could double his ass all night long. All night long. Thank you for the super chat, Barry Curtis. Got a super chat here from Zach LaRoche. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Zach writes, thanks for guaranteeing this win, Lou. Put all my savings on this one, and I can still afford to feed my family. Look, I didn't endorse that move, man. I did not endorse that move, but I told you we were going to win. But don't do that. And I know you're being facetious. I know you're joking, but don't do that, okay? I don't do it often, but when I do it, I do it with Heineke. But look, I don't want to be responsible for anybody's family well-being, putting food on the table, or clothes on your kid's back, or a roof over your head. No. I am not out here guaranteeing you, point spreads and telling you take this to the bank. But this was one I felt like we were going to get, just like I did with the Eagles last year. We were due. Joe Rockhead J. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Joe Rockhead J writes, 2 milestones: win and stay healthy. Heineke. We did have an injury to Ioannidis. He did not look right after that initial knee tweak. He did come back though, so that's a good thing. But the beautiful thing about tonight, and you're right, no major injuries. I don't recall anybody else having to leave the field other than Ioannidis early in the game, and that sucks what happened to Kevin Gates for the Giants. But the beauty of it is you got 10 days to rest. Gibby's shoulder, Ioannidis' knee, or whatever he tweaked, calf, whatever it was, you got 10 days to heal up before the next contest. So you got to love that. Let's see. Kevin, the PRF, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. My guy Kev writes, everyone roasting D-Hop needs to remember we were in the exact same mindset before with Gano. He's not the only one. And this is why I told you I'm hesitant to cut ties with good kickers, because Dustin Hopkins is a good kicker. If we cut him, he'll end up somewhere else. And you guys need to understand it. It's not easy to find a quality kicker in this league. That's why you see teams go 5-6 years with terrible field goal kicking situations. Go look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They couldn't find a kicker to save their lives. Okay, look at the Chicago Bears. Teams that could have been a lot better, but because of field goal kicking woes, the Browns, the Minnesota Vikings of late, they think they got a kicker now in Greg Joseph, but they were struggling in the kicking department for years. You don't want to be that team. And yes, he's missed some kicks, but he's also made a bunch of them as well. And Gano isn't the only guy that we've given up on over the years that turned out to be a damn good kicker. David Akers was here in Washington first. We cut him loose, and he goes and has a damn good career with the Philadelphia Eagles. We've done this with multiple kickers throughout the years, and they've turned out to be really good kickers. Gano is the one that I felt like got away from us, but we weren't patient with him. I'm trying to exhibit patience with D-Hop because I know he's a good kicker. And kickers sometimes go through things. I'm with you on that, Kevin, the PRF. Hunter Hodovic. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for, I think you're tripling up at this point. Let's just in case, double up, just in case it's a double up. Also, Ricky Seals-Jones almost had me crying with that catch. Damn, that was beautiful. Also love seeing Terry with the career day, and JD had that TD. I'm with you, man. I am totally with you. That Ricky Seals, I thought he was throwing it away. I thought Heineke was throwing it away. And that ball couldn't have been placed any better. Like, he couldn't have ran up and handed that ball to Ricky Seals-Jones any better. Partner. That throw was a thing of beauty. That's a big boy throw. I make big boy noise. Got big boy toys. I love it, man. I love it. He says, and JD had that TD. Yeah, I've forgotten a lot of y'all. And I saw all of y'all comments. That's what reminded me of the TD from JD at the end of the first half. Todd Luton, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, Todd Luton. Donnell Shipley, thank you for the super chat and tripling up. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Donnell writes, it will be the Eagles and Cowgirls for this division because both teams was trash tonight. Again, I'm not going to argue with you. You're not going to make me feel bad about scoring 30 and coming out with a last-second win in what was a hell of a football game. You're not going to make me feel bad about that. A win's a win in the National Football League. And was it always pretty tonight? No. But you know what it was? It wasn't always pretty, but it was gritty, and it was a dub. They always taste sweet. Thank you for the super chat, Donnell Shipley. John Perez, my guy JP, thank you for the super chat and doubling up. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. JP writes, Barkley was on a milk carton tonight. He did have a 41-yard run. The man is coming off of major knee surgery, and a second game in 5 days isn't ideal. So I wasn't looking for Saquon to have a big night. I'm not going to lie to you. After the 41-yard run, I was like, oh, shit, here we go. But after that, we put his ass down, nice and quiet, put him to sleep. Got him a pillow, got him a nice little blankie. Say, hey, man, go ahead and go to sleep. You done for the night. So that was good. That was very encouraging because after that 40-yard, 1-yard run, I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, oh, shit. He about to go for $1 billion and some change. Nah, not tonight. Kalen Meekins, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Kalen, who writes, Jack seems to be blitz adverse. He says they had some miscues, but I'll take 15 points in field goals for sure. And he doesn't want to blitz because he doesn't want to leave his corners on an island. You know, we saw the deep ball to Slayton already. You don't want to put your guys in that kind of position. And when you blitz, you pretty much are giving them one-on-one across the board, depending on how aggressive you are. And you just, again, I can't stress this enough. I know you want them to blitz more, but you got to pick your spots. And you want Daniel Jones to not be able to just chuck it deep and say, somebody go get it, or have a pass interference. And now you got a chunk play, you know, out of trying to come after Daniel Jones. Make him continue to make smart decision after smart decision and big throw after big throw. And you just tip your cap to him. You know, bend but don't break. I told you, I know y'all don't like it, but bend but don't break. And we did it again tonight. It wasn't pretty. The second half was an atrocity because I don't think until the fourth quarter, when we took the lead 27-26, I don't think the Giants had punted the entire second half. I think they had 4 straight possessions of scores, maybe even 5, before we finally got them to punt the football to us. It was a joke. It really was. So could we blitz a little more? Maybe, but I understood what Jack was trying to do. Chauncey Davis, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Chauncey writes, Chauncey. De'Ami Brown, 3 receptions, 34 yards, 11.2 average, long of 22 yards. We got something. I think we do have something. Again, what you omitted there, conveniently, I may add, are the targets. How many times was the ball thrown to him? Because he got it thrown to him a ton last week as well. And I don't know if he even had a catch last week. Maybe he had one. He probably had about 6 targets tonight. A couple of deep balls that weren't, completed. But that's no here nor there. When he had opportunities, he made the most of them. And that's what I want to see. So I'm still excited about that catch where he climbs the ladder and goes and gets the football. That ball, like I said, it was high and it had some sauce. All right. And he went and got it. So I like De'Ami. I like what we have in him. Landry Bulbin, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Landry writes, Louie, FedEx was packed. Is that speaking from experience? Were you there? Or were you talking about what it looked like on TV? Because it looked like there were a lot of empty seats on the TV, but it sounded loud. I do know that. And I know my guy Trevor Patch was there, and he was also reporting live and in the mob, and he was like, yo, the crowd wants to go off on third downs, but they keep letting the Giants convert, and it's killing the mojo. It's killing the vibe. We want to go nuts, but they're not letting us. Every time we try to go nuts, they give up another big chunk to the Giants on third down. So it felt like it was some energy in the building. I don't know how packed it was. Let's see. I want to know what we were on third downs in this game. I got a super chat here from JC. The Giants were 4-12 on third down. So the third down defense was actually a lot better in this game. Surprisingly, it didn't feel like it. But you know what, too? It felt like they weren't getting the third downs a lot, but they did. They were 4 of 12, and we were 4 of 13 on third down. So both teams weren't great on third downs at all. JC, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. JC writes, why are players still tripping on this supposedly new field? I swear JD is tripping every time the ball is in his hands. Him and Hump are both tripping all over their own feet. The feet was the turf was slippery. Remember, it rained today. So they had the tarp on the field for, I think up until maybe 2-3 hours before game time, and it was still wet out. It's still drizzling and whatnot. So it was slick out there. But some of those trips had nothing to do with a slick playing surface. Dudes just be tripping and slipping all over the place. I don't think Hump has the greatest balance, and JD definitely doesn't have the greatest balance. His brain moves faster than his feet. Like, he sees a move, he wants to make it, but he didn't pick his feet up enough. And that's how he tripped on that play where he cut it back, and De'Ami's in the perfect position to block, and his one-on-one with the safety, and he trips. And not only did they give us a bad spot, they stop the game, they go and look at it, and they come back and say, yeah, the bad spot was right. What? Anyway, I digress. Barry Curtis, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Barry writes, don't get why Daniel Jones throws the best passes of his life against us, and knock on wood, but no injuries. I told you, man, whatever it is, he plays his best football against us. I can't call it. I can't describe it. I don't know why it is, but this man don't miss against us, and we don't force any turnovers. He's so comfortable against us. We don't get pressure on him. We make him feel like a brand new man every time. Every time. Tony P56, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Tony P, who writes, that pass was like Seattle not running in the Super Bowl. Not quite, but I don't agree with that. I can't ride with that, because Gibby was open in the flats. You had to get a first down. It's not like Seattle where they were 1 yard away with the best short yardage back in football in Marshawn Lynch, and they decided to throw it. It wasn't second and 1. It was 2nd and 7. So they were trying to get into a 3rd and short situation to try to convert. I don't have a problem with them throwing. I thought they should have run, but Gibby was open in the flats. And I said that, and I'm like, it's man to man. The linebacker's trying to get out there. Terry essentially ran a natural pick. Get it to Gibby in the flats. Aaron JCB, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Aaron writes, thoughts on defensive adjustments. We got an offensive load coming up. won't get the same blessings the Giants gave us. Hashtag California love Washington football team. I mean, there's a lot of adjustments that have to be made. I think it starts with the D-line. Like, you've got to figure out a way to get more pressure. And I don't know if you try more twists and stunts. I don't know if you decide to bring an extra defender. There were times when we went to the 5-2 defensive look where you try to force the offense to give you one-on-one matchups across the board. We still didn't win. You know, you go to a 5-2 look with your three defensive tackles and two edge rushers, which we did, and they don't keep anybody else in the block. You're getting one-on-ones across the board. And even if they do keep an extra guy in the block, you're still getting one-on-ones across the board. Maybe Chase gets chipped. Maybe Montez gets chipped or double teamed. But they can't double team everybody. Everybody else is getting one-on-ones, and nobody was winning. Like, you have to figure out ways. And if you don't think you can win with 4 or 5, then you got to add, like, again, you start with 4. And this is what was taught to me. This is how I've been around smart defensive guys, and this is how they've always their philosophies have gone. Philosophically, you start with 4. 4 doesn't work, you add a rusher. You go to 5. 5 doesn't work, you add a rusher. You go to 6. All right. And then after 6, that's when things get dicey. But if you can't hit home with 6, you got problems. You got problems. So the adjustment is you got to get to the quarterback because they got dogs. They got Stephon Diggs. They got dogs out there. They got Cole Beasley. They got dudes that can eat. Gabe Davis. If we're not better, they're going to score 30 plus, and it won't be close. Washington football fan, WGIL, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, thank you for being a member of the MOBB first and foremost. Thank you for your membership. Who writes, Lou, show some love to Humphreys. Yeah, I was hard on him. I was hard on 2 guys in particular. And I think somebody earlier in the stream asked me who was the worst player tonight for Washington. I have one. Landon Collins. I thought he was bad tonight. And I don't recall him making any plays to make me feel like, okay, that's a makeup for one of the bonehead decisions you made. I think he was the culprit on that deep ball to Slayton. I think he was supposed to be back there. I think his eyes got him in trouble. He came up on a dig route, and I think Jackson was expecting help inside, and Landon Collins, I saw Landon put his hands on his head when he turned around. I think he was the culprit there on that deep ball that could have been a touchdown. I thought that he was bad in coverage throughout the night. I thought he took a poor angle on a Saquon Barkley run early in the game. I didn't think Landon Collins was very good. And Humphreys, I had to walk that back because Hump made some plays, especially you could argue the biggest play of the game, that third down conversion was massive because without it, you don't get into field goal range. And he got out of bounds. And you bring up a 4th down in the game, essentially, if he doesn't catch that and get up the field and get the first down. So Hump made some plays. I thought he was good. But he also dropped a pass that easily could have been picked off, and he needed to catch that in traffic. Derek B, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. My guy Derek B writes, JDR will be fired at bye, and Ron will be the DC if the D stinks. I don't think that'll be the case. I don't think Ron is looking to take over defensive play calling. Like, I remember him doing that in Carolina with Eric Washington towards the end because his job was on the line and he felt that. So he started to make some changes with the staff. I don't see him doing that to Jack Del Rio. I really don't. If Ron wants Jack to be more aggressive, he'll just tell Jack, look, we need to be more aggressive. I don't think he'll be looking. Jack Del Rio is a respected defensive coordinator that knows what he's doing. I don't think that he's looking to take on more responsibility by being, that intimate. As a head coach, you really want to be able to delegate. You don't want, only the guys that are on offense that love play calling, like Sean McVay and some of those guys, they love play calling. They love calling plays. They may never relinquish that. But you really want to be able to delegate and let this guy handle the offense, that guy handle the defense, and you just oversee everything. I don't see JDR going anywhere, personally. Mr. Poppy C, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Mr. Poppy C. Damn Twin Decipher, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Damn Twin writes, damn the haters. This win feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Ain't none can tell me. Ain't none can tell me. I'm right there with you. Ain't nothing you can tell me, he said. My fault. Ain't nothing you can tell me. And I'm right there. You're not going to make me feel bad. I already told you, you're not going to make me feel bad. Room for improvement? Yes, absolutely. But lots to be encouraged about. Let's build. Let's build it up. And build it up, and build it up, and build it up until we're solid. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it. Rich Richie, thank you for the super chat. Double up. Rich Richie writes, Louie, I'm getting a Brett Favre vibe from Heineke. I wouldn't go that far. But I can't tell you how to feel. Just feel good about number 4 and the legend of Heineke grows. Feel good about that. Feel good. Hashtag TLH. Feel good about Heineke. I'm not saying he's Brett Favre. I wouldn't go that far. Feel good about him, though. Captain Wizard, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Captain Wizard, who writes, this is crazy to say, but the offense carried the defense tonight. Facts. Big facts. I told you I was more comfortable with the offense on the field than the defense, and it's always the other way around for me. Always, which is crazy. Because usually you can't score points on defense. So you should feel more comfortable with your offense on the field. But it's been in the reverse the last year and a half for me or so. Tonight was the first night I felt like, man, it feels good that the offense is on the field. I'm confident in their abilities to do something with the football. Big facts, Captain Wizard. Russell Keaton, thank you for the super chat. But I do need to say this. The defense still gave us a chance. It wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination. And we feel like they should have been a lot better, and they should have. But they gave us a chance. If they're giving up touchdowns, we don't stand a chance in this game. But because the Giants were having to settle for field goals, we had a chance late. Keep that in mind. Russell Keaton, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Russell writes, Deami and Humphreys and McKissick had themselves a game. They had a lot of tough catches and made plays with the ball. I thought, like I said, this was a collective effort. Terry, Deami, Hump, JD, Logan Thomas had some big catches. Ricky Seals-Jones. Remember, I said spread the ball around in week 1. We didn't do that. And I think that has to be who we are. We have to spread the rock around. Yeah, Terry is a dog, and we need to get him the football. But there are other guys that we need to get the football to. And I said J.D. McKissick is the guy in the pass game I want to see. To hell with Antonio Gibson as a pass catcher. He can catch the football. I'm aware. But I'd like to see J.D. in that role. He's more natural at it. You saw why tonight. Thought it was a good game all around for the offense, man. A lot of guys stepped up. Let me see how many guys had a catch. I'm going to venture to say 8 different receivers caught a pass tonight. Let's see just how many caught passes for Washington. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys caught the football. And it was evenly distributed. 11 for Terry, 5 for McKissick, 5 for Logan Thomas, 7 for Humphrey, 3 for Deami Brown, 1 for Ricky Seals-Jones, 2 for Gibby. So it was spread out, man. McKissick 5 for 83, clutch, man. Clutch, including that 56-yarder, which was massive. You know, Ricky Seals-Jones only had 1, but it was a big one. It was a doozy. It was a dandy. Chris Kersling, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Chris writes, man, Louie, it feels good, and it's good to see you, Big Papa, proud of you for blowing up. It just feels good to get the win, man. That's all I know. It would have been so demoralizing to come up here after a loss. It really would have been. I was so not looking forward to doing that if that came to fruition. But I never doubted. The only time it crept into my mind was when we threw the pick, when Taylor threw the pick. But I'd already said in my mind, if they don't get a first down, we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. And so I felt like we were going to win. Even when we started off slow, I was like, this is not a great start. But what I thought was a key stop was when the Giants had us on the ropes. They go down, they score another touchdown, and it's 14-0. We're in trouble. But the defense got to stop. I think the Giants might have had a penalty. Then we got a sack, and they had to punt. That was a huge turn of events because it settled things down. It really did. Thank you for the super chat, Chris Kersley. Theo Chambers, my guy Theo, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Hopefully you enjoyed the tickets and the game. You got to see a dandy if you were in person with the tickets that you won, courtesy of the Louie T Network. My guy Theo writes, thank you, Louie, from me and my son. Heading back down 95, horns blowing. Can't describe the experience. Hashtag Mob Squad. So Theo and his son were able to be in attendance for what was arguably the best game I've watched Washington participate in. I don't know when's the last time we had a game like this that came down to the wire, that you were on the edge of your seat and we won on a walk-off style. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's been other games. The Steelers game is another one, but that wasn't at home. That wasn't at FedEx. So this was a really good one at home. And I'm glad you were able to be in attendance and enjoy that with your son. That's a memory that you and your son will never forget. So look at that. The Louie T Network and the Mob Squad helping create memories for life for families across the world. I kid. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the tickets. And that's what it's about. The Mob is a family, and that's what it's all about, man. So MOBB, you know what it is. Stand up. We in the building, as always. And I'm glad you and your son had a great time at the game. Theo Chambers, once again, congratulations for winning the tickets. BJ McDowell, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy BJ writes, Gibson needed more touches. Hurt my fantasy team tonight with no touchdowns. Love Taylor, but on to the next one. HTTFBT. Yeah, I mean, I don't play fantasy, so I can't relate, but I know where you're coming from. You would have much rather it been Gibby scoring that touchdown before half than McKissick. I don't give a shit. This is why I don't play fantasy, because I'm not looking for specific guys to score. I don't give a shit who it is. I mean, who had Ricky Seals-Jones scoring a touchdown? Not I. I take it. All right, I don't really give a shit who does it. I just need it. Period. End of discussion. But love the fact that Taylor was clutch tonight. And like you said, on to the next one. This one is gonna resonate for a while though. I'm not on to the next one right now. You know, I'm gonna enjoy this one until Monday, and then we got to turn the page. But we're gonna talk about this one. We're gonna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, the legend of Heineke grows. We're gonna talk about all of those things, and then we turn the page on Monday when we start looking at the Buffalo Bills. But this shit's gonna linger for a little while. I mean, this is a big win. This is the difference between going and having yourself a season and starting to look towards, damn, can we just hope the division stinks again? I don't want to do that. I told y'all yesterday, I don't want to do that shit no more. I don't want to sit down and hope that the 49ers beat the Eagles. Whether they beat them or not, I don't give a shit. I want them to win against the Eagles. But if we take care of business, we'll be there when it's all said and done. Eagles aren't running away with this division. Nobody is. We got 5 division games at the end of the season. I would like those to mean something when we get there. Tonight's win means that we have a much better chance than not of those games meaning something when we get to end of November, early December. And that's all I could ask for. Got another super chat. This one is from Rebs. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Rebs, who writes, man, Lou, I almost punched my TV. D-Hop got to go ASAP. Don't destroy any electronic devices in your home due to this football team. Don't do it. TVs are really cheap these days. All right. But the hospital bill from you punching your TV won't be cheap. Don't punch your TV. All right. You can get mad. You can get upset. You can scream. You can punch at the air. Don't hit your electronic devices. Not over this team. D-Hop doesn't need to go anywhere. I got to keep protecting him. And I know it's tough. Without offsides, he's the GOAT tonight. And not greatest of all time. He's the scapegoat. But he went 3 of 3 tonight. And when he got the mulligan, he delivered. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Got another super chat. This one is from Christian Sorto. Thank you for the super chat, Christian, who writes, Fisk big mad. I bet he is. He's a shit talker too, man. I've never watched one of his videos, but he stay on socials talking cold, hard cash. I bet he's big mad. And I love it. Love it. I want him to be big mad. 0-2. Take your donut and go home. Grab a big bite. Mr. Laughing my head off. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Mr. Laughing my head off writes, that second field goal from 49 yards from Hopkins was right down the middle and would have been good from 70 yards. So I was like, Hopkins got this. Then he missed. Just not as consistent as years past, but I'm happy to have him. That's the thing. We've never questioned the man's leg. I remember he's such a far cry from Kai Forbath. I used to always talk about our guy, Kai. Kai was money from 48 and in. You start getting to 50, and you might get Kai on a 51-yardish, end up 2 yards short. And so that's a problem for me when dudes in the league are banging it home. I mean, Graham Gano, his stroke looks so easy and fluid, and he's kicking it from 54. That kick was probably good from 56. I think it had about 2 more yards. It didn't hit the net, but it was from 54. And he made it look easy right down Broad Street. And I'm like, I mean, when Hop misses from 53, this shit is hitting the net. It's never a question of leg. It's just, he's just got to understand that your stroke is good. It's pure, bro. Just hit it. You don't need to hit it any harder. Just hit it. And you good. I think we're going to be fine. Hop's going to be fine, man. I'm not giving up on him. I know a lot of you are. I'm not. I can't. I won't. Donald Gray, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Donald Gray, writes, going to work tomorrow feels a little bit better. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Thanks, Lou. Hashtag TLH. The legend of Heineke grows. It does feel good. Going to work always feels better with a dub. Everything is better with a dub. I've said this before. Drinks taste better. Food tastes better. Air smells and tastes better. Everything's crisper, sharper. That air tastes great after a dub. Everything. My bath tonight is going to feel like heaven. Everything feels better. Sleep tonight is going to be amazing. My weekend, when I pop open my first bottle of wine this weekend, that first sip is going to taste like heaven. I got heaven right here on earth. Said it's right here. Thank you for the super chat, Donald Gray. Matthew Alston, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you, Matthew. Got one here from Chris Kersling. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Chris. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Chris, writes, serious question, man. Could Heineke be the next Favre with Fitz spelling in from time to time when he gets banged up? I can't speak on the Favre thing. I don't think he's Brett Favre. That's not what I'm pegging him as. But I do think he could be the guy. And I've told you guys this already. I don't know if he'll ultimately be the guy because, again, Ron and company have to believe in him, and he's got to play consistent ball to make them believe. The first step on the road to Heineke being the guy was to make the players believe. They believe. He's already checked that box. Check. He got their attention last year when he went in there and went toe-to-toe with the Bucs. So check. The next thing he has to do is he has to stay healthy. Can't check that box yet. The thing he has to do after that is he has to play consistent football. Can't check that box yet. And then the last thing he's got to do, and if he does the other two things, stay healthy, play consistent ball, he'll check this last box. And that's to get Ron Rivera, Scott Turner, and company on board. Hey, this is the guy. We don't need to draft anyone. but he's got to continue to stay healthy, be consistent, and check off boxes. Look, we're not going to be in a position to draft a quarterback if he plays the kind of ball we think he's capable of. When Ryan Fitzpatrick is healthy, he's got to have played consistent enough football to where they feel like he gives us the best chance to win. Hey, Ryan, sit down. We're not there yet. But more performances like this, and we will be there. And that's what I'm banking on, which is why I told you the legend of Heineke grows. I'm planting the seeds right now. I told y'all this week, I'm planting the seeds and I'm going to water it and I'm going to sit back and watch it grow because I know what the guy's capable of. And we got to do it in this short window while Fitzpatrick is out, because if they don't see enough, they're going to reinsert 14 when he gets healthy. And I don't want to see that happen. And neither do you. Thank you for the super chat, Chris Kersling. Barry Curtis, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Barry writes, Gibby needs to stop tiptoeing on 3rd and 1. I thought he was better on the second 3rd and 1. That first one, I was pissed. I'm like, bro, what kind of run was that? That was ass. I thought on the 4th and 1, he was decisive. He turned, or not 4th and 1, that was the quarterback sneak. On the second 3rd and 1, I thought it was a much better run by Gibby because it really wasn't there. And he had to fight, and he got the first down. So on the first one, I agree. He was a tiptoe burglar. The second one, I thought it was a much better run for sure. Thank you for the super chat, Barry Curtis. B-Ball God, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy B-Ball God writes, Lou, notice Galladay cussed Jones the hell out on the sidelines, LOL. How can we improve our defense? Great dub. Yeah, that was crazy. You know, I don't even know what he was mad about, but he was hot. I mean, he was steaming worse than Willie Beeman. I mean, he was giving it to him. And all Daniel Jones was like, hey, man, get out my face with that bullshit, man. Chill. Luckily, and you know, guys know who they can do that shit to. Because if Daniel Jones was a hothead or he was an energy guy, that could have turned ugly over there. In a game where I think they were either up at the time or it was like a 1 point. What was the score? I think that might have been when they were up on top of us 26-20. I think it still was. I think it could have been them down 27-26 going off the field on that 3rd down. Whatever it was, he was hot. How can we improve this defense? It starts up front, man. I mean, it doesn't take rocket science. We got to get more pressure on the quarterback. We have to affect the quarterback. It doesn't have to be sacks. It just needs to be pressure. We're not even getting close to the quarterback. He's back there building a house, going through progression 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then we've got, I can tell you this, and this is a little bit more in depth. This isn't just your basic get more pressure on the quarterback. We need to tighten up our zones. I've been complaining about our zone coverage. We're not a smart team in zone coverage for a very long time. We don't pattern match in zone coverage well at all. Guys run to a patch of grass. A lot of times it's not the right patch of grass, and we don't make plays. You know, the smart teams, man, their zones are tight. A guy catches the ball, it's 3 dudes around him. You know, you try to fit a ball in a tight window, it gets batted in the air and it gets picked off. How often is it that somebody catches the ball in the zone coverage that we're playing and somebody's there immediately to make a tackle? They're usually wide ass open with space and opportunity to pick up yards after the catch. Our zone coverage is awful. We need to be tighter in our zone drops. We need to be tighter in communication. We need to be better in pattern matching. We need to tighten up these zones, man. It's not good enough right now. Kevin the PRF, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Kevin the PRF. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Writes, top 3 Google searches. Delta variant, Spider-Man trailer, Ricky Seals Jones. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's hilarious if it is. He deserves it, man. That was a big-ass catch on a big stage for Ricky Seals Jones. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Metaphor, writes, Ludini pulled a yellow flag out of his hat. Poof, field goal. I wish I could take credit for that, but that was all Dexter Lawrence, man. And I thank Dexter Lawrence for that, man. We needed that mulligan. They tried to give it to us. They really did. They had too many men on the field, and Joe Judge had to burn a timeout. They were trying to give it to us. I'm just glad they ultimately did give it to us. Yikes. Red Wings 01. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Red Wings 01 writes, I don't want to think what would have happened if Slayton caught that touchdown. William Jackson III looked lost out there at times. I don't know if he's still learning the scheme or too used to having Jesse Bates out there helping. Again, I don't think he was responsible for that blown coverage. I really think he was turning him over to Landon Collins, and I think Landon Collins bit on the in-breaking route. I think his eyes got the best of him. I could be wrong. I mean, you got to watch the tape to see what they're in. I seriously doubt that they were in, cover 3 or cover 4, which would have forced, William Jackson to get more depth. But there's no way the middle of the football field is supposed to be that wide open. We didn't blitz on that play. It's not like we came with 6. Landon Collins, I think, was supposed to be there. I thought William Jackson III was fine tonight. Yeah, he gave up some plays, no doubt. And I don't know who was at fault on that play. I think it was Landon Collins, personally. But, again, got to watch it and see. At the end of the day, yeah, he gave up the touchdown, but I thought he competed his ass off tonight. And I think he's going to be a dog for us when it's all said and done. But we can't have those communication breakdowns happen. Can't. Almost cost us the game. If he catches that touchdown, we lose. You say you hate to think what would happen. No, you don't need to think. We lose if he catches that touchdown. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They go up by 10. I think the score at that time of the game was 23-20. He catches that, it turns into a 30-20 game. We lose. End of discussion. Game's over. Tony P56. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Heineke keep balling. I see Heineke sponsorships. They shut him down last year after the Tampa game. He tried. He went on socials and he celebrated his brand new contract with Heineken's, and Heineken had to come out and say, we're not looking to endorse Taylor Heinicke at this time. They may have to rethink that shit, man. They may just have to. He got to keep playing ball, though. It ain't going to happen over one game. You're going to have to keep playing some ball. Smoke 14 ya. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Cowboys fan here, but y'all did good, needed help. We did need help. And I already said, I'm not ashamed of needing help, and I'll take it any way I can get it. Any help that is being provided to us, I am not too proud to beg. Not. Never will be. Thank you for acknowledging that we played good ball, and I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Smoke 14. Yeah. Aaron JCB, who has been super chatting tonight. Welcome aboard. Stand up, Aaron. You are now officially in the building as a brand new member of the MOBB. Aaron JCB. You know what it is. Mob, show Aaron some love. Aaron, welcome to the squad. Thank you for your membership. Mask Collector. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Mask Collector, who writes, what up, Lou? Glad you're repping Heineke. I heard he called the touchdown play where he gave it to McKissick. I think he could be like Manning and call more. Question mark. He's asking, could he be like Manning, calling more plays? No, he just saw the look the defense was giving him and made the smart play. I love it. That's what you want your quarterback to do. Be a student of the game, see what the defense is giving you, and take what the defense is giving you. You're going to give us a chance to run it? We're going to take it. Light box. We got favorable numbers. Give it to JD and let him take it in. I love that. And that also builds trust with the offensive coordinator so that when he changes something or he doesn't like something or he tells him, hey, I don't like this look. I don't like this play call. I like this play call instead. You're now trusting, yourself to the coordinator that I can give him more freedom at the line of scrimmage to change things or I'll listen to his input when he tells me he likes this play over this play. So again, all about building that trust and rapport with Scott Turner and Ron Rivera. So I love it. Love it. Got another super chat from Eddie Behringer. Thank you for the super chat, Eddie B. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Eddie B, who writes, "Hey, Lou." What's up, Eddie? He said, "Where is the mob during the game now?" Every game we have a live mob business live chat. You got to check your community tab. It's in the community tab, and it will have a link for you to click on. You just click on the video, and that's where we watch the games at live. So every game day, check your community tab. All right, the community posts, and that's where it'll be. So if you're looking for the mob and looking to chop it up with us watching the game, that's where we are. So just check your community posts tab, and it'll be there. Martin Matthews, my guy, Double M. Good to hear from you. My guy, Martin Matthews. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, "Hey, Louie, do you know how much I wanted Reyes on the starting lineup instead of Ricky Seals-Jones? That's why I'm not the coach. That was a hell of a catch, and that extra muscle is doing Taylor some good. Let's do this." Absolutely. And I told you guys when they held on to Ricky Seals-Jones, it was because they wanted to allow Taylor to continue to develop. So, or Sammy Reyes to continue to develop on the practice squad. So that's why they kept a fourth tight end, because he's not ready to contribute right away. And I told you guys in the preseason, he's not ready yet. You see the upside, but he's not ready yet. He needs to continue to grow. And Ricky Seals-Jones obviously caught their eye during the preseason. And I told you I like him as a receiver because he used to be a college receiver at Texas A&M. Ricky Seals-Jones did. So I liked him as a receiver, not so much as a blocker. Obviously, he's an ex-wide receiver, so the blocking isn't necessarily great. But he's proving that. And I talked about this at the early portion of the preseason in camp. I said, I think Ricky Seals-Jones is going to make this team. But then I waffled on that. I'm not going to sit here and act as if I didn't waffle. I waffled on that. And I backtracked, and I'm like, once he got hurt, remember he got hurt early in camp. I was like, I don't know, man. Ricky might be out back. But when they cut Tamarick Hemingway, I was like, ugh. And I started to see Ricky getting a ton of reps in the preseason. I was like, wait a minute. I think Ricky Seals-Jones might be making this football team, man. He ultimately did. I didn't have him making the team, remember. I had them only keeping 3 tight ends. They kept 4. I'm glad that they did. The Martin family. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. The Martin family writes, Lou, I was at the game. Massive Giants fans. Taking over chance. Felt good to hand them a cold L. It was the most exhilarating. Oh, yes. The team of Washington took on the Giants of New York. And the game ended by the team keeping a oblong-shaped pigskin through 2 yellow posts. It was the most exhilarating game. I love the fact that Giants fans were there and thought they were leaving with a dub. But you know what I would have told them? Son, if you want to continue to come to this stadium thinking you're going to get a win, stay off the drugs. I love it. Get on the damn train with an L. Thank you for the super chat, Martin family. The Martin family. Atlas013. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Atlas0 writes, I feel damn good. 10 days of rest versus an 0-2 Bills team. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. By the way, where the mob chatting during these games? And I just talked about it. But you got to be a member of the MOBB to see that post in the community tab. I don't think the Dolphins are going to beat the Bills this week. But that's no here nor there. I don't, whether the Bills are 0-2 or 1-1 is of no consequence. I don't care. it might be more beneficial for us that they're 1-1, because then we may get a desperate Bills team at 0-2. It may be beneficial to us that they're 0-2. Maybe they start losing some confidence. Maybe we can go in there and sneak them. Either way, I'm not worried about the Bills. We're not right now, at least. 10 days off, as you said, to lick any wounds that we may have. You're 1-1. You hit the reset button. You're back to 500. It feels good. You're off the schneid. You don't have to worry about the conversation of going to Buffalo and potentially falling down 0-3. Now we can exhale, and now we can build upon this. Like I said, a lot of mistakes, a lot of things we need to get better at. But guess what? You always want to be improving while winning. It's so much easier to do. So I'm with you on that front. Atlas 013. Spence Jones 2. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Spence Jones 2, who writes, "What up, Lou? What up, Spence? Working at Amazon till 7 a.m. Been here since 6 p.m. Glad to have gotten a win. Was watching the game on the sneak." I love it. Hashtag Washington football team fans stand up. Ain't nothing worse than having to sneak a peek while at work, but I'm glad you were able to do it, because you would have missed out on one hell of a football game. I'm glad you were able to see what the hell was going on. Man, this was a hell of a football game. Whether we had won or lost, I was going to come up here and say it was a hell of a football game. Now, obviously, the energy would have been a lot different had it been a loss, but I would have still, it was a hell of a game regardless, win or lose. That was a fun game to watch, but it's hard to enjoy yourself when you're on pins and needles and your heart is beating through your chest and you just want to win so bad. So, but it was a fun game. Had this been any team but Washington, I would have enjoyed this thoroughly. But it was hard to fully enjoy it because you were on the edge of your seat the entire time. But I enjoyed it because it was a win. It's a lot of fun to watch. Thank you for the super chat, Spence, and I'm glad you got to watch the game, man. Really do. Guido 1969. Thank you for the super chat. Guido 1969 writes, "The play where McKissick fell, then lunged before he was touched should have had that first down. By the way, my first super. Thank you for the super chat. Glad to hear from you." And I told you that was one of the plays I talked about where I was like, that's a terrible spot. We were talking about it in the MOBB. What kind of a spot is that? Seriously. He clearly has the first down. When he fell, he had the first down. He was on the marker, and then he skidded forward and then was touched. How is that not a first down? He didn't give himself up. He didn't dive on the ground. He tripped. I don't know what they were looking at. Sean, HTTR forever. Thank you for the super chat. And once again, Guido, 1969, thank you for the super chat. Glad to hear from you for the first time. Hopefully it won't be the last time. Sean, HTTR forever writes, "Let's be honest. First and foremost, thank you for the super chat, Sean. Greatly appreciate you." He says, "Let's be honest. If we had a better play caller, even with this defense playing the way they are, we would be scoring more points. Scott is not it." I can't confirm nor deny that. Neither can you. I mean, at this point, if you don't like Scott, you'll find reasons not to like him. There were reasons not to like some of the things he did tonight. If you do like Scott, if you're a proponent of Scott, then he did some really good things tonight. There's still some questions as to situational awareness. That's my biggest gripe with him. I like Scott as a play caller. I really do. He's got a philosophy. I know what that philosophy is. So I don't go into the game expecting 25 runs because that's not who Scott Turner is. That said, I think he does need better situational awareness as to how the game is going and what this team needs. But as far as I'm concerned, I thought he did a good job tonight. Could he have done better? Sure. But I thought he did a good job overall tonight. So I'm not the guy that you need to be criticizing Scott to, because I was defending him last year when a lot of people wanted his head on the stick. And I'm still going to defend him because I think he's done a really good job. Thank you for the super chat, Sean, HTTR forever. Washington football team fan, WGIL, double up, thank you for doubling up. Greatly appreciate you, who writes, "How in the hell did number 86 drop that touchdown? Betting scheme." Nah, I just think that ball was not a perfectly thrown ball. Like when people say drop there, he should have caught it. Let me just first say this. He should have caught it. That said, that ball skidded off of his fingertips. It's not like they were in the palm of his hands and he just dropped it. It was a little bit out of his reach. He should have dove, though. He should have caught the football. He should have caught it. But it wasn't like it hit him between the 8 and the 6 and he dropped it. Like Wims did in the playoffs for the Bears last year when they did the flea flicker and he's open in the end zone and Mitchell Trubisky puts it between his numbers and he drops it. Javon Wims did in the playoffs. Like, it wasn't that. Spence Jones, 2. Thank you for becoming a member of the mob. Stand up, Spence Jones, 2. You know what it is. You are officially in the building as a new member of the squad. Y'all know what to do, mob. Mob the man. Show him some love. Spence Jones, 2. Welcome aboard to the best in the business, the MOBB. All right. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Metaphor, writes, though you say those 30 seconds may not look good on a jersey, but that scoreboard, finger licking good. I need to read that again. Though you say those 30 seconds may not look good on a jersey, but that scoreboard, oh, I got you. Finger licking good. I got you. It just feels good to get there. It feels good. Feels good. I was tired of talking about it personally. So I'm glad we were able to do it. That 30 number may not, and I didn't say 30 doesn't look good on a jersey. It just depends on what position you play. But boy, you're right. It especially looks good on a scoreboard when the opposition doesn't have a number that starts with a 3 or a 4. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. Gunny Man, thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate you, my guy, Gunny Man. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, Hampton Boulevard Bully, Heineke. They don't know nothing about that, man. It's a few in the chat that do. But for the most part, they don't know nothing about the mean streets of Lambert Park. They don't know nothing about Hampton Boulevard. They don't know nothing about the mean streets of Norfolk. Hampton Boulevard Bully. Heineke. Thank you for the super chat, Gunny Man. Twin D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Twin D, thank you for being a member of the MOBB Rights. What up, LT? What up, Twin D? Man, I was a little nervous early on as Taylor's passes seemed a bit high. He did seem, and that's the second game in a row where when he got in the game, I thought he was a little bit juiced up. And you know how that adrenaline flows, and sometimes you put a little extra on it. I felt the same way. He says, and a bit behind. A lot of his passes were behind. I think that's a timing thing that he's got to iron out. Some of those passes, like the Terry touchdown, that was behind, but you could argue he threw it back there because the safety was coming over and he wanted to protect Terry and throw that ball away from the safety. But I don't think that's why he put the ball there. I just think he was behind. And he was behind on quite a few throws. But Terry made it look easy and effortless every single time. And that's to Terry's credit. He says, but as time went on and his comfort level rose, the passes, the better his passes looked. I agree. I thought he got into a rhythm. He got comfortable. He got into the flow of the game. And there was no drive better. Obviously, the game winner. And that's what you want to see with the game on the line. You want to see your quarterback cool, calm, and collected, poised, making all the right decisions to put you in a position to win the game. And he did that. But that drive down 26-20, we had to have it. And the beauty was it happened so quickly that in case something dumb happened, which he ended up throwing the pick, we scored so quickly, we actually still had time to get another possession. Had that drive taken place and we scored with, say, 2:24 left, the Giants are probably going to win on a walk-off field goal, more likely than not. But because we scored so quickly, we scored in less than 45 seconds. They got the ball back. We got to stop. We got the ball back with 3 minutes and some change and had a chance to run it out and couldn't do it. But it was because we scored so quickly, and that was him getting into a rhythm. That strike to JD, the pump fake, to have that backer bite and then get up. And that ball was perfectly placed so JD could catch it and not have to break stride and continue to run after the catch. And then obviously the throw to Ricky Seals-Jones. Stupid. Dumb. Ridiculous. David King, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, David King, writes, as a wise man once said, never miss your chance to blow. You only get one shot. Heineke, after the interception, lived up to those wise words. That from Eminem. Do not miss your chance to go because opportunity only knocks in once in a lifetime. Go. I told Heineke, I said, bro, this is it. This is it. Your last chance to be a starter. This is it. I was like, don't waste this, bro. This is it. This is what you worked. All of those afternoons, all those mornings, all those nights that you were working out and the call never came. And you kept telling yourself, keep believing, keep working. So when the call does come, I'll be ready. This is what all those days were for this opportunity right here. Seize this opportunity. Seize it. Because you may not get another one. More likely than not, he won't get another one to be the guy. He's in the league now. Heineke doesn't have to worry about using that degree. He'll be an NFL quarterback now. It may not be in a starting capacity. He's got 3 or 4 more contracts coming his way with some good money. He's made it. Now the question is, can you get that one big payday as a starter? That's up to him. He's got to play well. He's got to earn it. We'll see. J Mart, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, J Mart, writes, great win. D, yikes. We can rest easy tonight, Washington football team. Yeah, we can. We can rest easy tonight and the night after and the night after that. Like college football, are you kidding me? That's going to be so much fun this weekend. Everything is going to be so much fun this weekend because we won. There's a difference between winning and losing and how. I told my wife, I said, because we got a weekend without the little one. His birthday is actually today. What a birthday gift the Washington football team gave him. You know, the Prince turns 3 today. And my sisters, they want to give him a birthday party. I'm like, I don't believe in birthday parties till you turn 4 because you don't remember shit until after the age of 4. So I'm not giving useless birthday parties I did the 1-year-old thing. Cool. 2, 3, nah. 4, I'm back in the game. So they want to give him a party. I said, go right ahead. So we get a free weekend. And I told my wife, if you really want this weekend to go off without a hitch, you want me to be in a good mood, you don't want to be asking me randomly at 3:12 in the afternoon, babe, what's wrong? We need to win this game. Because I'll be sitting there at 3:12 Saturday afternoon, staring into space, mad as hell, with a scowl on my face. And shit, babe, what's wrong? What you thinking about? Man, how we lost that stupid ass game, man. Shit, we 0-2. She would have got a lot of that this weekend. She don't got to worry about that now. She don't got to worry about it, man. It's going to be a great weekend. Feels good, feels good. J Mart, thank you for the super chat. Got another one here from Jules. Thank you for the super chat, Jules. Greatly appreciate you. Jules writes, thoughts on Heineke's swagger. Dude is the dude. So happy. I already told you the legend of Heineke grows. I already told you the dude's swagger was on 1,000. I told you he ain't dripping swag, he dripping swag goo. And I told you Chase Young from the jump told us, I knew the dude was a guy. All right. He was a guy. When I went into the huddle and was like, hey, Heineke, do your thing. He was like, bro, that's what I do. Heineke been here all of 2 seconds in that Carolina game, and he already telling Chase Young, I got this, bro. This is what I do. I play ball. I've seen this from him in college. It's good to see it on a much larger scale. It's one thing to be playing Townsend. It's another thing to be playing against the New York Giants, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Carolina Panthers, and the National Football League. So I'm happy for him. I couldn't be more happy for this kid. I really am. and maybe happy for us as a fan base. Maybe we finally got it right. Yeah, I got a call from my dad today. You know, boss. Y'all know boss, man. And he's in all of my football pools. So I'm getting his picks. And I asked him, who do you think was going to win tonight's game? He said, y'all going to win. I'm telling you right now, that Heineke fella, that Heineke dude y'all got, man, he could play some ball, man. Tell you right now. And I told him, I said, they done messed up, boss, because they weren't supposed to let this young man in the game. He said, I believe you. I believe you. I would have much rather had Fitzpatrick out there. He know. Boss been watching football his entire life. He's the reason I'm a fan the way that I am. He know ball. He know it when he see it. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Thank you, Jules. Greatly appreciate you. Antonio Berger. Stand up, Antonio. You are officially a member of the MOBB Antonio. Squad up, y'all. Show Antonio some love. Tones, welcome aboard, bruh. You are now the newest member of the squad. Welcome aboard. The BHHD Washington Football or Washington Report, excuse me. Thank you for the super chat. The BHHD Washington Report writes, Terry was whooping Bradbury's ass. Or whooping Bradbury, excuse me. Much love, Lou. He was until Bradbury got that damn pick. It wasn't even, but it made the shit a lot closer. It went from total advantage, Terry, to okay, Bradbury, not dead yet. Felt like a total one-sided ass whooping until Bradbury got that pick. Then I was like, whole game, Terry's kicking his ass, and then we get this to happen. But Terry got the last laugh with the slant, putting us in the range to make the field goal, and the rest is history. So, yeah, Terry gave him some work. I love it. They're gonna put some respect on El Capitan's name. They're gonna put some respect on it. By hook or by crook. Whether we got to take it or they give it, we gonna get it. Andrew Kramer, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Andrew writes, good to see Jamin Davis and St. Juice making some plays. Hopefully gives them some confidence. That's what it's all about with young fellas. Same thing. Don't forget about Samuel Cosme. That's what it's all about with the young fellas. Confidence. You need to be able to see that you can make plays in this league and that you belong. And when you see that, then the confidence swells and it grows. And then once you get it to that point, now you know I belong here. And that's when you start playing faster, freer, and making more plays. And it was good to see those guys. And throw Sam Cosme in there as well. The young fellas starting to believe, starting to make plays and be key contributors. I love to see it. Want to see more of it. If you're out there right now, please hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Love the fact that we're almost at 800 likes. But I know there are 900 of you out there, and not all 900 of you have hit the like button. So please, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button. Joseph's Journey, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Joseph's Journey writes, I was there. TN, it was electric. Crazy. I was there tonight. It was electric. Crazy. HTFW or HTWFT. It felt electric through the television screen. Now, I've had conflicting reports from people that were there. I've heard that it was electric, like you said. I've heard other people say, man, it was dope. Crowd was crazy. I've heard that there were a ton of Giants fans. They were chanting this, that, and the third. I just know it was a lot of noise, and it sounded like good noise through the TV screen. That's what I know. I heard them chanting Heineke early in the ball game. I heard them chanting on, how about that one possession when the crowd got loud and forced 2 straight false starts? Like, when's the last time home field advantage actually churned out 2 false start penalties on a big drive? When we start doing that? We took a 3rd and 5 and turned it into a 3rd and 15 that they ultimately had to settle for a field goal on. They probably would have converted that damn 3rd and 5. But the crowd got involved, and we got 2 false start penalties. When's the last time home field advantage actually kicked in for the good guys? Ron's plan. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Thank you, Joseph's Journey. Thank you for that report. And there were a lot of y'all out there that went to the game, and I told y'all, point blank, don't come back home without it. RIP to those who got caught with it. RIP to those who got caught without it. Don't come back without the dub. I said, look, you know what it is. I'm sending you to the game for a reason. We sending you. All of us are sending you to the game for a reason. Don't come back without it. And y'all got it done, man. Shout out to all of y'all that went to the game and got it done and brought home the dub. Josh Kirby, thank you for the super chat and for being a member of the MOBB. Really appreciate you, Josh, who writes, Lou, we love you, bro. Let's get 1,000 likes for my guy tonight. LFG, let's effing go. Y'all know what it is. Thank you, Josh Kirby. Really appreciate you. Love you too, Josh, man. Really appreciate all of y'all. Y'all know what it is. Hit the like button, as Josh said. Landry Balbin, thank you for the super chat. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Landry. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Landry writes, we need to involve Cam Sims a bit more. He's a good possession receiver. Eric Flowers is a huge guard in person, Louie. I told you, he's a hulking figure. Ron even said it himself, but we already knew that. You can see that at the University of Miami when he was drafted as a first-round pick. Dude's like 6'7", 330 pounds, legit 330, 340. Big dude. Big man. That's why they want him at guard, because even if he doesn't win, he's so wide and large, it's hard to get around him. He's just a big human being. All right. He's a mass, as they like to call him. A big mass. Cam Sims. Who do you take off the field to put him on the field? You taking Diami off the field? You taking Terry off the field? He's not a slot receiver. If you look at the depth chart, he's backing up the Z receiver, which is Diami Brown right now. But really, it's supposed to be Curtis Samuel. Who are you taking off the field to put him on the field more? He's getting reps every now and again, but I don't know who you take off the field to put him on the field more. I can just tell you this. When he's out there, he just needs to take advantage of his reps. He did that last week. He was only out there for 3 plays. He caught 1 pass last week. So all I can tell Cam Sims is be ready. One of my favorite coaches in my life, a wise man, told me, son, be ready. That's all I can tell him. Son, be ready. So when his number is called, be ready. That's all. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Johnny Boy 26, thank you for the super chat and being a member of the MOBB. My guy Johnny Boy 26 writes, FedEx was lit. The legend of Heineke begins. The legend of Heineke grows. I'm glad. So I'm hearing more that the stadium was lit and that the fans were loud and there in droves than anything else. I've heard, a couple of people say that there were a ton of Giants fans there, and you expect that. When we play any team in the NFC East, there are going to be a lot of their fans there. It's just how it goes. Especially Philadelphia and New York fans, they literally a train ride down. I mean, it's not hard for them. They're a train ride. They can ride the bus. They can get in their car and drive. It's so easy for them to get to the game. Dallas is a little harder, but they got fans all around the globe. So they live in DC already. So it's always going to be like that when we play NFC East teams, but it's good to know that we held it down regardless. Thank you for that report. Live from the set from Johnny Boy 26 and from Joseph's Journey as well, and everyone else that has reported on what the atmosphere at the stadium was like. Chase Rosenquist, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Chase writes, Lou, what do you think was up with Young coming out of the game on key situations? A couple of third downs, he wasn't on the field. Hurry up. Oh, by the G-men, they changed up the tempo. He was tired. You're going to see that a lot early in the season. I told you, guys are still getting their feet under them, their game shape, if you will. This is what happens when you don't play guys in the preseason. It's hard to replicate football shape, okay? You can run as much as you want at practice. It's not the same as going in the game. You got a ton of adrenaline flowing, and then they go tempo. They go hurry up. This guy literally chased Saquon Barkley down the field for 50 yards, okay? You think about it, it's a 40-yard run, but Chase went up the field first and then turned and sprinted and went stride for stride with Saquon Barkley. The man hustles. He plays hard on every snap. So he's going to be gassed. And I'd much rather him tap his head and tap out and he doesn't have anything left to give than stay in there and just be a body out there. Let James Smith-Williams get out there. Let one of these other boys get out there and get some reps. We got to stop babysitting them. If they're going to be on a roster, they got to be able to contribute. Yeah, I want Chase and I want Montez in all the damn time. But guess what? They can't be in all the time. They need breathers. Von Miller comes out of the game. These other pass rushers that are dynamic, they come out of the game. Other guys got to step up. And the only way James Smith-Williams is going to get better, and I thought he made some good plays tonight, did James Smith-Williams. Only way they're going to get better is if they play. So, yeah, I want Chase and Montez in for the bulk of the snaps, and they were. But when they come out of the game, these young fellas got to make plays. So I'm not mad at it. I ain't glad at it, but I'm not mad at it. He was tired, Chase, to answer your question. He was definitely tired. Carlton Bogano Jackson, my guy, CPJ, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, CPJ, writes, what up, Lou? What up, CPJ? A win's a win's a win in the National Football League. Can't state it enough. He says, finally, I can hear Bag Dog go off on his Giants and give us respect for the dub. I'm pretty sure there'll be a little bit of him ranting. It'll be a little bit of him talking about how we weren't the better team, and that's fine. Again, I told you, you're not going to make me feel bad about this dub. You want to give it away? I'll take it. No questions asked. I don't need to know who the contribution is coming from. You want to remain anonymous? You can remain anonymous. I just want the donation. Donation. Don't hit me. I thought it was a trash can. I just want, if you're giving out donations, I'd like to get some. I'm not going to turn them down. So, yeah, it'll be fun watching his show for sure, because I'm pretty sure, and all Giants fans, really, for that matter, they're probably ranting and raving tonight, for sure. Brian Norfleet, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy. Brian writes, love the energy this team has with Heineke. Always good to win a division game, especially the Giants. What does Heineke need to do to win over Ron? Just keep doing what he did tonight. That's it. You know, at the end of the day, Ron isn't going to deny this team the best opportunity to win. If Ron feels like Taylor Heinicke gives us that, and Ron doesn't want to admit it. You can tell by the way he talks about Taylor Heinicke. He doesn't want to turn this thing over to Taylor Heinicke. He wanted Fitzpatrick to give them veteran leadership and all the shit that Alex Smith gave us last year, but with better talent with Fitzpatrick. He wanted that out of Fitz. And he didn't think Heineke would be able to generate that. And you could tell. He was like, yeah, in his mind, Heineke's a backup. He's not big enough, doesn't have a strong enough arm. Yeah, he's an athlete, but he's like 6 foot nothing. Ron didn't want this guy to be the starter. But now that he's in, Ron does understand this. He does bring energy. He does give this team a life. They are going to rally around him. And like I said, this was not a part of Ron's plan. So I'm not going to give Ron credit for this. But what Ron is ultimately going to end up doing is lucking up and having this guy fall in his lap. And I think Ron's going to embrace it eventually. But it's one game. It's one game. All right, do it again. Buffalo on the road next week. Do it again. Falcons on the road the following week after that. Do it again. Back home for New Orleans after that. Do it again. Chiefs the following week at the crib. Do it again. That's what it's going to take for him to keep this job even when there's a healthy Ryan Fitzpatrick ready to come back. That's what it's going to take. And at that point, if he's done it, you can't convince me that a 38-year-old Ryan Fitzpatrick is better for this team than a 27-year-old Taylor Heinicke. I'm just not trying to hit a shit. And I don't think Ron could convince the team of that either. If he plays well and continues to do this and we win book, and the biggest thing is you have to win. You have to win. And if we win with Heineke, Ron won't be able to deny him. He won't be able to. Thank you for the super chat, Brian Norfleet. Yeah, it feels good to beat the Giants. Feels good to get a division win. You're damn right it does, Brian. 1/6 Devil Doc. Thank you for the super chat and for being a member of the MOBB. 1/6 Devil Doc writes, Lou doesn't often guarantee a win, but when he does, he drinks Dos Heinekes. So you did get it. I didn't know if y'all got it, but you did get it. I don't often guarantee a win, but when I do, I drink Dos Heinekes. I love it. 1/6 Devil Doc. I love it. Want more of it. Somebody got it. Somebody got it. I love it. 1/6 Devil Doc. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Eddie B, my guy Eddie Behringer. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, hey Lou, do you think Fitz wins this game? No, I don't. That's just me. I think Fitz turns it over once or twice in this game. I don't think he wins this game. Sorry, not sorry. And I could be wrong, but I think Fitz turns it over before Heineke did. You know, in a spot. Remember, we were going tit for tat. You know, I think it was Joe Buck that described this as a heavyweight fight in the second half, because literally they scored, we scored. They scored, we scored. They scored, we scored. It was back and forth. There's a possession in there where Fitz doesn't respond. I don't think we win this game with Fitz. I don't. Benjamin Bellamy, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy Benjamin B. writes, I'm scared for this Buffalo game, Lou, but I do agree we'll be better. And can we get the young and Jamin Davis on the field more? Question mark. It's going to happen. It's going to be a process. Can't rush this process. We want him to be ready when they turn him loose and they give him the full reins of the defense. He has to earn that, and I've stated that already. He's got to earn their trust. We gave somebody, one of the super chatters earlier, gave the instance in where he was like, "This is why John Bostic is on the field. I may not love it, you know, hate it or love it, dog. He can get everybody lined up." And that's what he did with Cam Curl. Cam Curl's 15 yards deep, and John Bostic, get your ass up here, Cam. Get in this damn gap. What you doing back there? This your fit. And that's the leadership of John Bostic. No, I don't love Bostic being on the field all the damn time, but that's why he's on the field. Jamin Davis can't do that right now. He can't get everybody where they need to be. And until he can, and that's going to take time. Trust me. It's a process. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. And you should be scared for the Buffalo game, but I already told you. I take that back. You shouldn't be scared for the Buffalo game. Don't be scared. We shouldn't fear anybody. We shouldn't be scared of anybody. We respect everybody. I'm with Jack Del Rio. I ain't afraid of Buffalo. I respect them. Now, I'm a realist. I know. More likely than not, it's going to be tough to go in there and get a win, which is why this was so important. But I told you, the Giants didn't have to win this game. That's why they were making all these mistakes. They got the Falcons at the crib next week. They're fine. They'll win next week. We had to go to Buffalo. We knew we had to get this. Don't be scared of Buffalo. Respect the Bills, as you should every single team on the schedule. Red Wings 01, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Red Wings 01 writes, that Matty Ice scare though, glad he came back in. Yeah, I was scared because we had just had the Kevin Gates injury. And I don't know, is his name Kevin Gates? The Gates injury. I'm just calling him Gates. And it was so gruesome they couldn't show it. And I would have went back and watched it, but I wasn't rewinding my YouTube TV. I didn't want to see it that bad. So it was on the heels of that. And I'm like, Matt, get up. And the first thing, we make a big play on third down. They got to settle for a field goal, I believe it was, or they had to punt. And everybody's excited about the sack. And I'm like, Matt, get up. In the mob, I'm like, Matt, get up. And somebody else was like, yo, Matt's down. And I'm like, Matt, get up. All I keep typing, Matt, get up. Matt, get up. Get up. I was scared. I really was. Good to see him back. And you're right. It was a bit of a scare for sure. Gideon Wayne, thank you for your membership. Stand up, Gideon. You are now officially a member of the Mob Squad. Gideon Wayne, thank you for your membership. Mob, you know what to do. Show Gideon some love. Give him that warm Mob Squad welcome. Welcome to the squad. Gideon Wayne, glad to have you. Abdella, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Abdella, who writes, hey, Lou, great game. Always going to be close, but our D needs help. They keep getting gassed. Also, can't wait for Samuels to be back. Drink that Heineke, G-Men. Yes, sir. Get the green bottle out. The defense could – okay, so it's twofold. When you say that, you're right. You're not wrong in that the offense can help the defense by not going 3 and out, by not being 4 of 13 on third downs. Yes, that is correct. The offense can help the defense out. But you know what the offense can also do, or the defense can also do? They can help themselves out by getting some 3 and outs. That'll keep the gas gauge a lot higher. You keep giving up first downs on first downs, and first downs on second down, and first downs on third downs, that gas gauge keeps coming down and down and down. So they're partly to blame for their own demise. Get off the damn field. It wasn't third down this game. It wasn't third downs. The Giants were 4 of 12 on third down. We already established that. The problem was the Giants were getting first down on first down. The Giants were getting first downs on second down. The Giants, the first play of every possession felt like it was a 22-yard game. They started the 25, and their next snap would be at the 39, or the next snap would be at the 41. You're like, God damn, we can't even get them pinned. Forget about getting them pinned. Can you get a punt? How many times did the Giants punt in this game anyway? 3 maybe, max? Maybe we got them to punt twice in the first half. They only punted once in the second half. So it wasn't very many. The Giants kicked 5 field goals in the game and scored 2 touchdowns. They scored on 7 possessions. Let me see how many possessions. I'm going to guess that the Giants had 11 possessions if you count the possession that they took a knee right before the half. I'm going to guess the Giants had 11 possessions. Really 10 is what I'm telling you. Let me see. Giants had how many possessions? Total drives, 11. I was right. 11 for both teams. And really, it's 10 for the Giants because of the drive. They count that drive before half, and that's not really a drive. So they scored on 7 of 10 drives in this game. That's not good enough. And again, the only thing that saved us is that 7 of those 7 scoring drives, 5 were field goals. That's what saved us. Just like last week, the only reason we were in the game is because the defense forced the Chargers to kick some field goals. If not, we get blown out of that game last week. We get blown out of this game this week. It's not good enough, though. 7 of 10 drives resulting in scores isn't good enough. It's not. And it's not going to win you most games. So, yeah, the defense needs to be better. The offense needs to be better. Collectively, as a group, they need to be better. But we'll take it. Gregory Marston, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Gregory Marston, thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, did you ever think Scott Turner was predictable in the first 2 quarters, running every first down, or is it just me? Later, he jazzed it up better. I actually thought it was the opposite. He was throwing on first down. He likes to throw on first down. Like, I'll give you an example. The very first play of the game, we had the football first, was I think it was like a bubble screen to Terry. If it wasn't Terry, it was Humphreys. I think it was Terry, though. It was a quick hitter to Terry, if I'm not mistaken. We threw it a lot on first down. How many times did we come out and gun on first down? Like 95% of the time? It felt like he wanted to throw on first down because the first possession was a 3 and out, and it was 3 straight passes. And I'm like, I don't really like that. But we did that multiple times where the first possession of the drive is all passes. I mean, there were possessions where it was 12-play drive and only 2 runs, only 3 runs on the possession. Most of them were passes. So it felt like he on every first down he was throwing it, not running it. We wanted to run it a little more, honestly. So maybe it could have felt like that, but it felt like it was more the opposite to me. Gregory Marston, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Gregory Marston, double up, writes, I want to see Dax in there, especially with Humphries dropping a big pass and stumbling. He did that. He did have that big catch, but otherwise, I'd like to see Mill. Look, I'm going to continue to roll with Hump because he's a veteran, and I know he knows how to get open, but he's got to stop falling down, man, and he's got to catch the damn football. I like Hump, and he made a big play tonight, and so he got back into my good graces. But I'm not going to lie. In the MOBB, I was like, yo, Hump stink. I'm like, there were 2 dudes that I was ready to check out on tonight and give up on them altogether. Landon Collins and Humphries. I was ready to check out on both. I'm down on Landon Collins. Like, if he's not back after this year, I wouldn't shed a tear. Because honestly, I don't think he was worth the money at this point. When we got him, I was elated because nobody wanted to ever come here. We stunk. We weren't a good organization. Bruce Allen was still here. Nobody wanted to come here, and I got it. He wanted to come here. He chose us. I was happy about that. We also had to pay him a lot of money to make him make that decision. But that aside, he hasn't been as advertised. I've been really disappointed with him, and I thought he was really not good tonight. But that doesn't mean he can't be better. Remember, he started off slow last year, and then he started to pick it up right before the injury. Maybe that happens with Landon Collins tonight, this season as well. But remember, and I have to keep this in mind, and I'm being unreasonable. I'm being irrational because he's looked so good. He's still coming off of an injury. So I have to keep that in mind. And I think he tweaked something in week 1 on an extra point on the first possession of the game against the Chargers. I think he tweaked his knee. I really do. But that's nor here nor there. The bottom line is, if they put Mill in there a little bit more, I wouldn't be mad at that. But I'm gonna roll with Humphries. I'm gonna roll with him for now. But I was ready to get Dax Milne in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. After that drop, when it was 2 giant defenders around, and I thought that ball could have gotten picked off. If they would have picked that off, there was nothing Hump could have done to convince me he needed to still be on the field. I would have been pissed. So I hear you, Gregory. I hear you on that. Aaron JCB. I thought we already christened you a member of the mob already. I feel like this is deja vu or something, but I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Aaron JCB. I feel like we did this already. Stand up. You officially a member of the Mob Squad again. I think he said, man, this was so nice. I feel in the love. I'm going to do it twice. Whatever the case may be. Mob, show the man some love. Obviously, he loved it the first time. He wants more of it. So give him some more love. Aaron, welcome to the MOBB again. Hopefully, this is for good. All right. Thank you for becoming a member of the squad, Aaron JCB. Hunter Hodovic, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Hunter Hodovic writes, MVPs 4, 17, 93, 83. Anyone else you'd add? 41. Throw 41 in there as well. I would say throw 25 in there. Throw him some love. I mean, there were a lot of guys that stepped up tonight, but I mean, if you're gonna throw Ricky Seals-Jones in there, then I think you got to throw Juice in there, 25. But JD is the one guy that I would say he's definitely missing from this collection of guys, and you have to throw him in there. And I know we don't do this enough, and I want to make sure that I'm not remiss in forgetting to mention them, because when they don't play well, we bring them up all the time. and it's a thankless position. But shout out to the offensive line. I thought they were exceptional tonight. They were supposed to be. The Giants aren't a good front, and they don't get pressure. And that was one of my keys to the game. Don't let them all of a sudden, you get 3-4 sacks in this game. Like, that's not who they are. So let's not have tonight be the night. After the first possession, Heineke getting sacked, they really didn't get a lot of pressure on Heineke. He had a ton of time tonight. Really did. So shout out to the offensive line for holding Taylor Heinicke down. Thank you for the super chat, Hunter Hodovic. Burger the Buncha. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, blaming Trap for the DFs, and he didn't even play. Trap had one penalty, and my wife was sitting next to me when he got it on special teams when he was false start. And she said, are they killing Trap in the comments? I said, yeah, a little bit. Not much, but yeah. Like my girl Condo P was like, what the F, Trap? And she had a bunch of, emojis with the curse words with the mouth, blanked out or whatever. I was like, yeah, they're giving him a little work in the comment section, but not much. Trap's always going to be a target, man. You know how it is. That's what he is. I love Trap. Love Trap. Quest Beats. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, did you see Chase get bodied though? Yeah. It was a double team, but still. It was a 3rd and 17. It was the one where Daniel Jones ran for 11. It was 3rd and 15, excuse me. Daniel Jones ran for 11. We rushed 3. And so Chase tries to run an inside stunt, and he got mollywopped. It was brutal. I was like, damn. Shit happens though. It happens. Yeah, he got upended on that play. I did see it. Trevor Patch, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Trev, greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Joe Judge has the players and coaches running laps at FedEx Field. I mean, that's the running joke. He'll never live that down. But seriously, he's got to start winning or things could turn ugly in New York. Simple as that. Winning cures all. It's the best deodorant. But when you've been running a stinky ship, if you don't put the deodorant on fast enough, it gets out of control. The funk and the smell gets out of control. They need a win in the worst way against the Lions or the Falcons next week. And I think they'll get it. I really do. But the Falcons will be desperate. They'll be 0-2 next week. And it'll be a battle of 2 0-2 teams fighting to not be 0-3. And we'll see if the Falcons show some pride and get the win. Whether they win or not, I know we need to hand them an L in week 4. I do know that. Whatever the hell they do against the Giants, whether they go into that game winless and they're looking for their first win, or they're 1-2 and they're feeling good about themselves, I don't give a shit. We got to find a way to beat them in Atlanta in week 4. But can't talk about week 4 until we get through Buffalo in week 3. So, yeah. DCJ, thank you for the super chat. DCJ, greatly appreciate you. My guy, DCJ, writes, what's good, Lou? What's good, DCJ? Huge win, but man, oh man. We all got to take a breath like SpongeBob meme. He says, but yo, bad spots all night for Washington football team. D got mad work to do. I didn't like the play call on Taylor's interception. # big win. I didn't have a problem with the play call. I would have preferred run. I've already said that, but he did have Antonio Gibson open in the flats. I would have preferred a run, and that's what I said in the mob. Like, why are we not running it? Gibby's killing them on the ground, and yeah, you want to look. We had to get a first down, and his thought process was probably, I want to try to get 5 or 6 here on 2nd and 7 and set up a 3rd and short, or get the first down even maybe. Who knows? But you had to get a first down. You get a first down, and you really put the Giants in a tough spot. They got to start using their timeouts, and we got them, by the balls essentially. I just thought Taylor made the wrong read, to be honest with you. I don't think it was a bad play call. Taylor needs to see Gibby in the flats. Take the easy, simple throw. Don't force it into coverage. That throw to Terry had been there all night, and he thought it was going to be there for an easy 5. He didn't see James Bradbury lurking in the shadows. But again, Gibby's out in the flats. Take the easy money. Keep it moving. So, thank you for the super chat, DCJ. Quest Beats, double up, thank you for doubling up. Quest Beats, greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Bostic was by far the worst player. Lost. He made some plays, though. He made some plays, and that's why you can't just – Landon Collins didn't add any nutritional value to the field tonight. And I could be wrong. I go back and watch the film, and he might have added nutritional value. He might have saved a couple of plays. But from my vantage point, he was the weakest link defensively, was Landon Collins. And I still think, and I don't know this, and I cannot confirm this, yet I cannot deny it. I think Landon Collins was responsible for the defensive breakdown on the back end when William Jackson thought he had help. I could be wrong, and William Jackson probably should have been running with him. But I think he thought he was turning him over to Landon Collins, who was supposed to be the deep safety there, and Landon bit on a dig route, and that caused the defensive breakdown and Darius Slayton to be wide open. I really think that was Landon Collins, but I can't say that for sure. So, I mean, to each its own. If you think Bostic was the biggest weak link, by all means, knock yourself out. You won't get a lot of complaints from people out there because it's John Bostic. DCJ, double up, thank you for doubling up, DCJ. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, DCJ, writes, Where are those Giants trolls? Iffy, call, or not? You're not going to hear from them. And they got other shows that they could be on ranting right now. They got other Giants fans. I don't expect them to be, perusing this chat. They don't want to hear it, one. And two, they got their own fan base that they can be venting to. That's where you want to be when shit goes awry. You don't want to be amongst the winning team. You want to be amongst misery loves company. You want to salt together, vent, and feel better by talking to your own. So you didn't expect to see them here, did you? We got one guy come in here and told us great game. And that was it. And I'm pretty sure there are a couple more in here. Not to say that they're running or anything, but I don't expect a ton of them. There were some probably here earlier, when the game was first over. This is getting late, right? Burger the Butcher. Thank you for the super chat. Double up. Thank you, Burger the Butcher, for the super chat. And doubling up, who writes, Landon looks like he's on the downside of his career. He's the reason for that long Daniel Jones run. I can't play it back in my – yes, you're right. He was supposed to have outside contain. You're right. Landon Collins was effing up all over the place. I forgot all about him losing contain on that Daniel Jones big run. You're absolutely spot on. I mean, everybody – the thing I don't understand is Ron talked about this at his presser, how Daniel Jones's legs were his biggest attribute. They weren't afraid of his arm. They were afraid of his legs. And yet we still come out and we're falling for, the read options left and right. Chase mollywopped Saquon Barkley, and Daniel Jones pulls it out and picks up about a gain of 4 and sets up a 3rd and 1 that they would ultimately pick up. Like Montez Sweat got, Landon Collins got, Chase Young got. Like everybody took turns getting got. It's frustrating. Really is. Lorenzo Simpson, thank you for becoming a member of the mob. Lorenzo, my guy Zoe Simpson, stand up. You are officially in the building as a brand new member of the MOBB Zoe. Come on in, man. Mob, you know what to do. Show my guy Zoe some love. Thank you for becoming a member of the squad. Lorenzo Simpson. My guy Zoe Simpson, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. And thank you for becoming a member of the mob, who writes, Ayo! Behind enemy lines in New York, stand up. The army is going to hate me in the morning. Let them have it, Zoe. Let them have it. Give it to them. Straight no chaser. Let them have it. You've been waiting on this for 5 straight games, 4 from Daniel Jones. Let them have it. And they're going to have excuses. They're going to give you every excuse under the sun. If they didn't call the Daniel Jones run back, if Darius Slayton could catch, if Dexter Lawrence doesn't jump off sides, they're going to give you every excuse. Tell them, I don't want to hear it. Just tell them the legend of Taylor Heinicke, the legend of Heineke grows. Just tell them and let them know. My guy, Lorenzo Simpson, thank you for the super chat. Fat American, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Fat American, thank you for being a member of the MOBB. It was live tonight. It was great tonight. And a lot of y'all didn't lose faith tonight, including you, Fat American. I'm good. You're coachable, man. You're coachable. Always felt like these games for us have been a mental obstacle to overcome. Happened against Dallas way back as well. We could never beat them. It's always tough in the division. That's why it's family business. But I've said this before. That's why last week was so disappointing. If you want to be a good team, it's a fine line in this league between 10-7 and 7-10. Formerly 10-6, 6-10. It's a fine line, okay? And the good teams, I talk about this all the time, find a way to win these close games. Last week was so disappointing because if we want to take that next step, you got to find a way to win that game against the Chargers. And tonight, we found a way to win. It wasn't pretty, and we got assistance. But the Giants are worse off than us. That's what that says. They're worse off than us right now because instead of them taking this game from us, they gave it away to us. And we were more than willing to accept the offering. Now, we did our part to be ready to accept that offering. But at the end of it, and it took 30 points. It's not like we won this game 20-16 like the Chargers did last week, and not to demean the win last week. But it took 30 points for us to beat them. Like we didn't beat them 23-20. It took 30. And we got it done. So it's always tough in the division. It's tough when a team has had your number. But at the end of the day, you put all that stuff aside, you got to find a way to win these types of games. This is the difference between winning the division, being in the hunt for a playoff as a wild card, or being on the outside looking in. Finding a way to win these types of games. And we got it done tonight. And that's all that matters. A lot of things to clean up. We acknowledge that. The most important thing is that we got the dub. Thank you for the super chat, Fat American. Also, doubling up, double up, thank you for doubling up, Fat American, who writes. Also, 16-1 confirmed. I'm done with you. I'm done with you, Fat American. TA. Saga Asamaran. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. TA writes, Terry is just that guy. Yeah, he's that guy. Yeah, he's that guy. He is. He's a dog, and we know that. And I told you, the league will figure it out. And I think most of the league understands that. That's why he's getting the kind of coverage that he's getting. You don't get that kind of coverage unless you that guy. And Terry is that guy. Thank you for the super chat, TA. Brandon Brantley. Thank you for the super chat and being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you, Brandon Brantley, who writes, at what point are Chase and Sweat held accountable for their ineptitude? It's still early in the season. But I think we're getting to the point now where we're definitely going to have to start expecting more from them and pushing them for more. Like, this isn't good enough. And we can sit here and make excuses. Oh, they got double team, max protect this, chip that. You weren't getting max protect and chipped on every play. You're getting one-on-one rushes with guys that are getting beat by other pass rushers around the league. You need to find a way to win. These moves are stale. They're either going with speed or they're going with a bull rush. I need better. I need more. And that's why I said I don't know what these guys are being coached, what they're being taught. But at the end of the day, whatever it is, it's not good enough. These guys are too talented. They're too special to be held essentially scoreless. And I'm not even talking about sacks. I'm talking about pressure on the quarterback. I think Tez had one pressure and Chase might have had one. I don't know if Chase had any. I'm not sure. He might have had one. Yeah, he did. He had the roughing the passer. But that's not good enough. Not for what we think these guys are, not for what those guys are going to be looking to be paid when it comes free agency time. I've already said I think they're going to snap out of this funk that they're in, and they're going to put it together. You would have liked to have seen them come out of the gates, guns a-blazing like last year against the Eagles and just hit the ground running. That's not happening this year. But at some point, they're going to start eating. And remember, I think about Tez's first year in the league, and he didn't have a sack the first 9 weeks of the season, and then he came on like game busters the final, 6-7 weeks of the season. I could see him getting hot and turning it up. I could see Chase getting hot and turning it up. But it's not too late for Chase to still end up with 15.5 sacks. It's still not too late for Montez to end up with 12.5, 13.5 sacks. When they start coming, they're going to come in bunches. Watch what I tell you. But yeah, they need to be held accountable. I'm not looking to make any excuses for those guys. This isn't good enough. In crucial situations, 3rd and 10, that's when you know it's a pass. You know you're going to have a chance to tee off. I need my best guys to find a way to affect the passer on those downs. So I'm with you, Brandon. They can't keep getting passes. I believe that these guys are going to snap out of it, and when they do, 2.5, 3, it's going to come in bunches. But for right now, it's frustrating that they're not getting any pressure, not even affecting the quarterback. Forget about sacks, just affect the quarterback. Sean Hawk, my guy, Sean Hawk. Hawk! Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you. Sean writes, when we needed the fans, they showed out on 3rd down, just got home from the game, but yeah, a ton of Giants fans there. That's to be expected. Again, Eagles fans, Giants fans, Cowboys fans are always going to flood the stadium. This is not like back in RFK when we used to keep those fans out. That's not the case anymore. You want to keep those fans out, we got to become a Super Bowl contender. That's how you keep those fans out. But I'm not shocked. But the fans definitely had an impact on this game, for sure. 1-6 Devil Doc. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. 1-6 Devil Doc writes, Johnny Moxon. There goes my hero. Oh, Varsity Blues. Wasn't Johnny Moxon number 4? I think so. Hashtag TLH. The legend of Heineke grows. Thank you for the super chat. 1-6 Devil Doc. Fat American. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Fat American writes, I was saying the same thing in the MOBB. The Giants defense just looks better than ours. Smaller windows, tighter coverage. They tackle you immediately. I told you they have smarter players in their secondary, though. They have heady players, We know James Bradbury is a smart guy. He's a really good football player. I think the guy that they got from the Titans that I wanted us to sign at one point, that's playing safety for them now, who is also a nickel, he's a really smart defender. Blake Martinez, really smart linebacker. Like, they got smart guys that understand zone coverage. And so everything's tougher. Even though they're playing soft, everything's tougher. The windows are tighter. Got to be more accurate. How many times did guys get hit while catching a football, ball bounces into the air, and you're like, oh my God, please find some green grass ball. That was never the case with us tonight. Never. Red Wings 01. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Red Wings 01 writes, I love Chase, but man, he looked awful out there. Looked like Hainsworth 2.0 when that tight end knocked him on his rear and Daniel Jones ran right by him. I don't agree with that. He wasn't just laying on the ground. He tried to get up. I don't ever want to hear anybody out there, putting Chase Young and Albert Haynesworth in the same sentence. They're not the same individuals, not even close. You get maximum effort out of Chase. He got his ass mollywopped on the play. Shit happens. It was 5 against 3. He got mollywopped. Shit happens. All right, all the time. But he tried to get up. He didn't know where Daniel Jones was. When you get your block knocked off like that, you got to get your bearings. He had no idea Daniel Jones was rolling out to his side. He's trying to get up and figure out what the hell is going on. Who just hit me? Who's the Mack truck that hit me? Let me get a number on that license plate. They're not one and the same. And Chase wasn't great tonight, but and too often as fans, we like to base guys' production off of sack numbers. There are other ways to impact the game. He might have been stellar in the run game. Was Chase Young? Who knows? Again, he didn't get to the quarterback. That's the easy thing to see. So that's what we're going to pick on. And I can't defend him there. He wasn't good as a pass rusher tonight. He wasn't. Him nor Montez Sweat. But there are other ways to impact the game. And again, I always just go back to the hustle. You're going to get 110% out of Chase Young on every single snap. And Saquon Barkley breaks a run to the outside, and guess who's chasing him? I don't really need to. If you're going to talk about Albert Haynesworth, I don't have nothing for you on that one. They're not one and the same. HWT3. Thank you for the super sticker. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super sticker, HWT3. MJ23. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. MJ23 writes, good game to y'all. After this game, I hate Dexter and Slayton. We would, if that were us, we would be the same way. We would be, the fan base would want those guys' head on a stick. Pitchforks and torches out for Dexter Lawrence and Darius Slayton had that been us. So I know where you're coming from. And you can't make that kind of mistake if you're Dexter Lawrence. What are you going to do? What are you jumping for? You're not blocking the kick, bro. What are you jumping for? I just don't understand what. It'd be one thing if this was a goal line to goal situation. It's 4th and goal from the 1, and the low man wins, and he's trying to blow up the run in the backfield. Okay, bro, it's a field goal attempt. Where are you going? I don't know what the hell Dexter Lawrence was doing, but I appreciate the gesture. Thank you, MJ23. It was a great game, and you guys were game. And Daniel Jones, I don't know what it is, but when he sees the burgundy and gold, he plays his best brand of ball. And he did it again. He did it again tonight, and it almost got us. It almost got us. Brian Hancock, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, and thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Brian Hancock writes, it was ugly, but a win's a win in the National Football League. Mob Squad, stand up, trust, #trust the plan. You know what it is. Again, I told you guys multiple times, I don't care how it looks. I don't care if it's by 1 or by 21, because a lot of you, or not a lot of you, some of you were saying we're going to blow them out. We're going to dominate them. And I was like, I don't know where you're getting that intel from, but I'm telling you right now, I don't think that's what this game is going to be. But I don't care how it looks. I don't care how much we win by. I just want to win. And that we did. Thank you for the super chat, Brian Hancock. Redskins Unit Gaming. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Redskins Unit Gaming, who writes, Chase needs to put his hand on the ground more, gets caught standing up and not enough leverage when attacking. First chat, but I watch you every night. And I remember Jack Del Rio, great point, Redskins Unit Gaming. He likes to stand in that 2-point stance. And I'm all for it if it helps you be quicker. It's more explosive for you. I don't have a problem with it. But if you're not going to win with quickness, if you're not going to use your speed and then have moves off of it, like a crossover, or spin or something where you're able to use your quickness, if it's not going to benefit you to stand in a 2-point stance, then you need to get into a 3-point stance. I agree. And I remember Jack Del Rio saying, I don't really love chasing a 2-point stance. He's in it a little bit too much for my liking, but if that's what he's comfortable doing, I'll let him do that. But if it's not going to yield you any results, get your ass in a 3-point stance then. So I'm with you on that Redskins unit gaming on that comment there. T-Roy or Troy, T-Roy, stand up. You are definitely in the building as a brand new member of the Mob Squad. Gang, y'all know what to do. Show T-Roy, Troy some love and let them know what it's like to be a member of the squad. Troy, T-Roy, welcome aboard. Thank you for your membership. Welcome to the squad. Atlas 013, thank you for your membership. Stand up. Atlas 013, you are now a member of the Mob Squad. Welcome aboard, Atlas 013 Mob. Go ahead and throw him in there with T-Roy and Troy and show him some love. Welcome him to the Mob. Atlas 013, welcome to the squad. Craig Harrison, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Craig Harrison writes, I was there, section 120, row 3. I kept telling Giants fans this game will be the definition of the thrill of victory and the agony of their defeat. And I'm glad you had Giants fans around you to let them know what was really good, because they probably were enjoying themselves and they thought they were going to come out of there with another dub, as they've done so many times in the past. And I'm glad you were there, Craig, to remind them. Tell them, Craig. Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig. Get up, Craig. Tell them. It's going to be the agony of defeat for y'all. Take this L on the way home. I love it. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for reporting live from FedEx Field, Craig Harrison. JP, my guy, John Perez, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, John Perez, writes, Garrett is somewhere still clapping, and Judge is probably making his players and coaches run laps. They're going to quit on him real fast if they keep losing. You know that's Jason Garrett's move. You know, that and spitting when he really doesn't have any spit in his mouth. Yeah, I mean, that's the obvious thing is Joe Judge has built an environment and a culture that is one of resistance. And it's not a comfortable environment to be in. And again, we don't know that for sure. But that's what it sounds like. At the end of the day, matters are compounded when you lose. Things are made worse and exacerbated when you don't get it done. And this wasn't a blowout loss. So I think he'll be able to get the players to understand that if y'all just keep doing the things that we are coaching you up to do, you're going to be just fine and we're going to win ball games. Because they had this game, and all he has to do is point to the players and tell them, hey, look, y'all don't make these mistakes. We win the game. I saved y'all from a couple of mistakes by calling timeouts. And y'all still went out and made a bonehead mistake. Catch the football. Don't hold on a run that's going to be a touchdown. Don't jump off sides on what is the game-winning field goal that they ultimately miss. And we win the game. And that's not hard for the players to understand. So we'll see. I don't know if they're going to turn on him or not, but at the end of the day, it gets easier when you win to get your message across. It's a lot harder when you lose to get guys to buy in. So we'll see. T-Roy, thank you for the super chat and becoming a member of the MOBB. T-Roy writes, glad to see JD getting some sufficient time or significant time. D-line is not dominant. Sorry to say, need to blitz more. I think that's the biggest takeaway from these first two games is that stop with all the elite dominant talk of this defensive line, this, that, and the third. That's not what we are. Not until we earn that moniker. in that distinction. And they still have a chance to do that. But I don't want to hear that out of anybody's mouth. And in the offseason, I kept saying, guys, stop crowning this defense and talking about how they're elite. They got to earn it. They got to do it again and prove it. Now, I was adamant that we were going to have some sacks, not like last year. Remember last year, I was talking crazy. I said we're going to lead the league in sacks. I didn't make that declaration this year, and I was wrong about that last year. But I thought Chase was going to have a big year, and I still do. I'm not moving off of the spot. I think Montez is going to have double-digit sacks when it's all said and done. And I think we'll be up there among the league leaders in sacks when it's all said and done. I think this team will turn it up eventually, but this is not a great start. It's not. And I think the rep that they got around the league was just based off of where they were drafted and the potential. Well, a wise man once told me, your potential is going to get me fired, son. Or son, your potential is going to get me fired. At this juncture right now, at this moment, they're living off of rep. It's not substance. They're not going out and bagging quarterbacks. They're living off of rep. And what people think they're supposed to do. That's going to wear off eventually if they don't start to actually produce some real tangible production. That's going to wear off, and teams are going to be like, oh, they ain't shit. We can single block them. We don't got to keep an extra guy in. Who is Chase Young? Who is Montez Sweat? We'll see. I still got confidence that before it's all said and done, people are going to put some respect on their name, and it'll be warranted and justified. Maybe we will have to blitz more until they figure it out. Redskins Unit Gaming, thank you for thank you for becoming a member of the mob. Stand up, Redskins Unit Gaming. You are definitely in the building. It's a brand new member of the squad. Mob, you know what to do. Show Redskins Unit Gaming some love. Welcome to the MOBB, Redskins Unit Gaming. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Metaphor writes, on TV now, hashtag TLH second ahead of Warner and Romo for the most pass yards in first 3 starts for an undrafted quarterback. Interesting, Lou. Look to the left. Hashtag TLH. The legend of Heineke grows. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Pop-Tart Timmy. I think you got the night kicked off, Pop-Tart Timmy. Double up. Thank you for doubling it up, Pop-Tart Timmy, and being a member of the MOBB. Says, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Ramon for this win. LOL. Hit that like button. We are 1-0 in the division. Yes, we are 1-0 in the division. Now, that number is going to stay that way for quite some time. As you all know, we don't play another divisional opponent until the final 5 weeks of the season, where we will play 5 straight division games to wrap up this season, weeks 14 through 18. So it's going to be quite some time before we see another one of these guys. That's why it was so important to get this one under our belt. All right. Overdar the Obtuse. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Overdar the Obtuse. I don't know. This might be your second one of the night. Double up. Not sure. Just in case. Overdar writes, I'll be the one to give it up for the Cheeseman. He was good, man. He was good. And I told you he'd figure it out. You know, he'd figure it out. As long as we don't have to mention Cheeseman, he's doing his job. He's doing his job. Redskins Unit Gaming. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Redskins Gaming Unit writes, Lou, glad to be a part of the squad. Glad to have you. What do you think about Chase not putting his hand in the ground enough and losing leverage on his rushes? We talked about that already. again, Del Rio already had said last year that he wasn't a big fan of Chase being in the 2-point stance. But if that's what he's most comfortable doing, he's going to give him leeway to do it. I'll let you do whatever the hell you want to do if you get into the quarterback, which he was last year. If you're not getting to the quarterback, then you got to do it my way. I'll let you do it your way if you get results. When you stop getting results doing it your way, now you got to do it my way. So that's the thing. You know, low man wins, especially if you're going to use a bull rush. I think he likes standing up because he feels like he can get off the ball faster. He can be more explosive in a 2-point stance, which I think that is the case. If you're comfortable doing that, by all means. But again, you better have that net you some results. And right now it's not. So again, I'm going to give you some more opportunities to do it your way. But if you don't, you're going to have to put your hand in the dirt and do it the way that I want you to do it. Because Del Rio wants him to put his hand in the dirt. And again, that's for leverage purposes for sure. You know, but we'll see what happens. Thank you for the super chat. Redskins Unit Gaming. DCJ, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy DCJ writes, Yo, Lou, side note, have mad love for D-Hop, but my dad pointed out to me Hop has mad struggles from the right hash, unlike the middle or left. Am I late? I haven't. That might be an astute observation. I can't confirm nor deny that. I haven't charted his kicks and where the misses have come from. Maybe your dad is on to something. I myself just know the distance has been a problem for Dustin, but hash wise, I didn't pick up on that. You might be on to something. I don't think I could be wrong. I think he's an equal opportunity offender. Yeah, I think he misses from anywhere. Middle. I mean, this is the thing. On the extra points, where's the ball being placed? That tells you where he wants it, the most. Or sometimes weather, can dictate where you want the ball placed. If the wind's blowing in one direction and to compensate for that, you may start the football at a different hash, whatever the case may be. Most of the time when he kicks his extra points, it's right down the middle in terms of where the ball is being centered, because you can choose where you want the ball to be centered on the extra points. So I don't know if he's more comfortable kicking from the left. I remember in the preseason against the Patriots when he missed those kicks, it was from the left hash, if I'm not mistaken. It was from the left hash and it stayed left and it never came right. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing or not. Maybe your dad is on to something. Thank you for the super chat, DCJ. Isn't Kevin Gates a rapper? That's what I was like. I think that's not his name. It's not Kevin Gates. It's something else. I think I saw somebody write Nick Gates in the comment section. I think that's probably his name. Something or Nate or something like that. It's not Kevin. Gideon Wayne, thank you for the super chat and becoming a member of the MOBB. Greatly appreciate you. Gideon Wayne, who writes, hey, man, I love your channel. Do you think we would have won if Fitz started today? No, I don't. I think somebody asked that already as well, and I said no. And I'm doubling down on that with you, Gideon. No, I don't think we would have won this game had Fitz been your starter. I think we lose this football game. Thank you for the super chat, Gideon Wayne. Thank you for your support as well. Fantastic. Thank you for becoming a member of the MOBB. Stand up, Fantastic. You are officially in the building as a member of the squad. Y'all know what to do. Fantastic is looking for some love, needing some love. Show Fantastic some love. Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the MOBB. Fantastic. Glad to have you. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Metaphor, who writes, MVP Ron's time management, interception at 2:16, stop with and ball with 2 minutes. Ron was exceptional with clock management tonight. He's been getting better at that. And not only did he get the football back with 2 minutes, The Giants helped too with the incomplete, but it didn't matter. The clock was going to stop at the 2-minute warning anyway. He also got it back with a timeout. I know some clowns that would have let the clock run down to 2 minutes and then use their timeouts on the other side. Why? What sense does that make? You're not saving time, you're losing it. Time is of an essence. And, people don't really pay attention to those things, metaphor. But just think about how we had one timeout in 34 seconds, and then we had to call our last timeout with 27 seconds. Now imagine having that whole situation unfold with 13 seconds instead of 27 seconds. Changes everything, right? And that's the difference between letting the clock run on the other side of the 2-minute warning and using your timeouts on the other side, or using your timeouts on the right side of the 2-minute warning. Ron did it perfectly. DCJ, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy DCJ writes, after all the number 26 shade, but he got number 26 multiple times tonight. Number 26 got iffy running through the hole after the one breakdown. Also, a few big stops on third down. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. After that first run early by Saquon, I was like, uh-oh, here we go again. You know what I mean? I was really nervous. I was over there like portrait. Here we go, going through the same thing. I was like, here we go. Saquon about to dig in our ass again. I don't really want him to do it. I thought he was going for it again, man. I was nervous. But we pretty much bottled him up after that, man. He had a couple of good hits, 6 there, 7 there, but nothing to write home about. I was pleased with the run defense on the night outside of the 41-yard run. Because they had a chance late in that game. If they were able to run the football, we don't see the ball again. They get a first down, game's over. So I love the fact that they were able to stop the run and get the ball back to the offense, make them throw the football. Hunter Hodovic, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Hunter writes, by the way, thanks, T. Really helped get my mind right about the dub. Was so stressed out, didn't really focus on what actually effing happened tonight. Hell. No, man, it's all good. It's tough. It's sometimes you want something so bad you don't actually focus on everything that's happening. And that's why you want more eyes. That's why the mob I love it, because you don't always see everything. And it's good to have other eyes around in case you miss something. I love to toot my own horn, and you guys know that. And I'll also tell you when I'm wrong. But I don't miss much. But sometimes you do miss some things. You don't see everything. And it's always good to have other eyes. And, I try to lend that to you guys when I can. And you guys do the same for me. You guys always point out things. I don't see a lot of things, especially off the field, and people that are in attendance at the game giving me insight. I love it. That's why we're a family. I talk about that all the time. We're a family. We got each other's back. Thank you for the super chat, Hunter Hodovic. Fantastic. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. And thank you for becoming a member of the MOBB. Fantastic writes. Burgundy and gold till I'm dead and cold. Hashtag TLH. The legend of Heineke grows. Thank you for the super chat. Fantastic. I'm going to have to check out Bad Dog's channel, man. I know he was livid tonight for sure. HTTR Moko Land. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, I was there. What a trickery. I thought we took an L. Crazy game. It's a roller coaster, man. I told y'all before the season started, buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. It's going to be crazy. Some of y'all You're going to need the defibrillator because there's going to be more of these this year. It's the kind of team that we are. We're going to play some games down to the wire, and I'm not saying all of them are going to be walk-off field goals or a miss and then a second life, and then you ultimately win the game, but it's going to definitely be it's going to be some cardiac arrest, man. It's going to be some really, really heart, grabbing, tugging type of performances for sure. That's why we love this game, man. Absolutely. Joe Rockhead J, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Joe Rockhead J, who writes, the new name, the Washington Cardiacs. It's funny because I just mentioned cardiac arrest and defibrillator and all that stuff. And, I mentioned it because of HTTR Moko Land talking about how it was trickery. He was at the game. It was crazy. It's tough, man. I thought we lost. And I told you the only thing that saved me, and even when they said offsides in the comments, it still wasn't showing up on my screen fast enough. And it was too much discussion. Maybe they're going to pick up the flag. So I'm still sitting there dejected, like, did we just effing lose this? Are you serious? Did we just lose this damn game? And then we did it. We won. He says, this game aged me into Morgan Freeman. In a 3-minute... He said, this game aged me into Morgan Freeman in a 3-minute period of time. We used to lose these types of games. Hashtag TLH. The legend of Heineke grows. Man, that's funny. That's good stuff right there. This game aged him into Morgan Freeman in a 3-minute period of time. You're not lying, though. You go from thinking you've got a chance to run out the clock like the Chargers did on us last week with a couple of first downs, to then throwing a pick that you think ultimately has just cost you the game, to then getting the defense to finally do something that we felt like they weren't doing enough of, which they actually did. 4 of 12 for the Giants on third downs, but getting a stop on a third down, forcing them to have to settle for a field goal, to getting the football back with 2 minutes and saying, okay, we're down 2. We need a field goal. We got 1 timeout. Can we make this happen? Then getting into field goal range and then having a chance to kick the game winner, missing the game winner, to then having the officials say, nope, got a guy offsides. He's clearly offsides, getting another opportunity, and then making the field goal. I mean, if that's not a roller coaster of emotions in a 3-minute period and span of time, I don't know what is. So you're right. You turned into Morgan Freeman, and the Washington football team wins. Thank you for the super chat, Joe Rockhead J. Ain't no half Stephen. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Ain't no half Stephen writes, you think Cam Sims is better suited to catch passes thrown Diami's way, or are we better with Diami getting up to NFL speed? I'm fine with Diami being in there. He hasn't shown me anything that says he shouldn't be out there. The more opportunities, the more reps he gets, the better he is. And Diami is more of the future than Cam Sims. So, again, Ron's plan, I've already explained to you guys what Ron's plan is to get these young guys up to speed so that whenever that quarterback, and we may be seeing and witnessing that quarterback being here already, that whenever they drop that quarterback in here, they want as many of these young guys to be ready to contribute at a high level as possible. So the only way you can get Diami to do that is to put him out on the football field. Same thing with why they started Samuel Cosmi week 1 and got rid of Morgan Moses. They're not looking for these guys to be on the sidelines getting mental reps. They want these guys to play. And so that's why they put Jamin Davis out there tonight and gave him more opportunities. And they're going to continue to spoon feed him, put a little bit more on his plate. And then when they feel like he's ready to take over, he'll be in that nickel package, primarily. And you'll see less and less of John Bostic. I think it'll be a week-to-week thing where you'll start to see less and less of Bostic until they finally feel like that baton's been passed and Jamin Davis is ready. But they want those young guys out there. That's why Juice essentially been starting since week 1. They want these young boys out there. They don't want them on the sideline. So, no, I don't think Diami is better off on the bench and Cam Sims getting his reps. I think Diami needs to be out there and continuing to get better. Thank you for the super chat. Note half, Stefan. Overdar, the obtuse. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, now I'm doubling up. Double up. I like my wins big and juicy. A lot of King Trouble. Give me a piece of that double. Yeah, I just did. That's right. Thank you for the super chat. Overdar, the obtuse. Travis Blankenship. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, will Daddy win number 8 this year? Will Daddy win number 8 this year? I don't know. I'm lost. Help me. Yeah, I'm lost on that one. You got to help me on that one. Overdar, the obtuse. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, hopefully all the Cam Newton talk ceases now. It had already subsided for all of us that were rational thinkers, because Ron had already told us so. Now, again, it's one game, and obviously if some things happen, injuries, this, that, and the third, maybe they go in a different direction. But as long as we're relatively healthy at the quarterback position, there's no reason for Cam Newton to be here. Period. End of discussion. Again, Cam Newton isn't a part of the future, so why would you want to bring him here now? It just doesn't make any sense. You got guys that have been here, that have been a part of this organization. They give you a better chance than the guy in Cam Newton coming from the outside in that doesn't really know what we've been all about. And does he know this offense? Maybe he does. He was in Carolina, but he wasn't playing with Scott Turner as the offensive coordinator. He was playing with Norv Turner as the offensive coordinator. So I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Anyway, I digress. All right. Let me see. I think this is the last super chat. Yes, it is. Okay. It's 3:30 in the morning. Look, I'm going to tell you guys this because I love you. If you have work in the morning, this was probably not smart for you to stay up until 3:30 in the morning, especially if you got to turn around and get up in 2 hours at 5:30 or 6:30, and you're just tired tomorrow. I know it. When I tell my wife this all the time, when the adrenaline is flowing, I can't sleep. After a big game or I have a stream with you guys, I'm amped. Like, I'm not going to be able to go to sleep right after this thing is done. It's going to take me about an hour to just calm down and get my body to relax enough to where I can actually sleep. I don't have to work tomorrow. This is my job. I'm fine, okay? I can sleep tomorrow if I need to. A lot of you may not be able to say the same. So I hope you made smart decisions out there. Or if you a G like me, you'll be able to get up tomorrow, whether it's 2-3 hours of sleep, get the job done at work, and you'll catch up down the road. You'll be able to make up for lost sleep. But I hope you guys are okay tomorrow. Or today, rather. That's what I'm getting at. Because I love all of y'all, and I want y'all to be okay, safe on these streets, all of that good jazz. So, okay, got you, Travis Blankenship. Thank you for the double up. Double up. Will, you wrote, will Papa Brady win number 8 this year easily? Got you. I don't see why he won't win it. He's going to have a shot. The Rams may have something to say about that. And I think the AFC is really good this year, potentially. It's only been 1 week. We'll see. We'll see. He's got a hell of a shot. That's a good Buccaneers football team. And the difference between this year and last year is I don't see anybody standing in their way in that division this year. Whereas the Saints, last year, you knew were a good team. I don't think the Saints are going to be as advertised after week 1. Everybody thinks, oh, the Saints are going to pick right up where they left off. I don't buy that. I think they run away with that division through the Buccaneers. So we'll see. Anyway, I digress. That's going to do it for me, your man, Louie T. I couldn't be more excited, man. More amped. 1-1 has never felt so good. 1-1 on the season has never felt so good. Could you imagine how we beat the Chargers? We'd be sitting at 2-0, feeling really good about ourselves. But can't cry over spilt milk. We got the dub tonight. It was much needed. We did not want to fall to 0-2 going to Buffalo. We avoided that trap. Now, let's be greedy, man. Let's be greedy. But, celebrate. We got the win. Enjoy this win for the next 3-4 days. Then we'll turn our attention to Buffalo next week. Enjoy this. Let this resonate. I think we might have found ourselves a quarterback, guys. I'm not saying the legend of Heineke grows. I'm just saying. That's going to do it for me, your man, Louie T. Until next time, get off the bench, get in the game, and kick it with me, your man, Louie T. You guys have a good one. Take care. We got ourselves a dub. The 4-game winning streak for Daniel Jones against the Washington football team, no more. The 5-game winning streak for the G-men over the good guys, no more. As a wise man once said, uck 'em. Uck 'em indeed. I'll see you guys tomorrow or today. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Maybe this will take a lot out of me and you won't see me today. More likely than not, you will. In any event, you guys take care. God bless. And good night.
I'm ready for some football.